got what it takes. So tell me why can't this be love? Straight from my heart. Oh, tell me why can't this be love? I tell myself, hey, only fools rush in. Only time will tell if we stand the test of time. I know you got to run to win, and I'll be
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground. Shit.
Radio Underground, episode 104. That was Bananarama with Cruel Summer, because it's been a cruel summer. We are under a tornado watch, 10 days of rain.
Wait, what happened to episode 103?
We did it last week.
You guys did
Without
a show
you.
without me?
Yeah.
We did a show without you.
We didn't know where you were, so we just did it anyway.
I was on a secret mission.
You no call, no showed.
Yeah,
I was on a secret mission.
we heard that you were like on a secret mission in the nation's capital.
Maybe. I can't.
Oh, you can't really
I can't
divulge.
confirm or deny that.
Can't divulge
So
information.
Brian goes to Washington. We get a call from a lieutenant colonel. We're a bunch of feds around here, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yes.
We are Radio Underground. I'm Mike. That's Al and Brian in this order.
The government is great. We love them so much.
We love the government.
Yep.
Don't ever swat our house, please.
McAfee was suicidal, and we know it.
We know
Yes.
I looked this up. Microphone fell.
It's all right.
It's my fault.
See, now they're attacking you.
Yeah. Faulty microphone stands.
We're being attacked.
I caused to fall down. Wasn't McAfee the one that at one point he liked to shit on chicks?
Probably.
Wasn't that one of the rumors?
Was he a shitter?
He was.
He might have been.
He was very much a. In terms of sexual stuff, he was like, all things are cool.
I think it was him. It was, and
I don't know if it was a troll, but he said, sex with a whale is always consensual because it can whack you with its tail and kill you.
that's true.
So it's like, you better believe it's consensual, because if it wasn't, you're dead.
Yep.
Kind of thing.
Wow.
But
All
anyway,
right.
but I think he was trolling a little bit. But anyways,
I will tell you, I did not go to Spain when I was.
Yeah.
I did not take
You've
out.
never
John
been to
McAfee in
Spain?
you were not into España,
That was not the Catalan section of Spain.
Spanish. So yeah, we had, like I said, we had a lot of government stuff happen last week.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now we're gonna go back to civilian stuff, man.
Yeah.
We went in too deep. I can't go that far anymore. I'm just not into it.
No.
So
No, you got out of the game.
yeah.
Now you're
Well,
back
yeah.
in.
This weather here, since we opened with Cruel Summer
Yeah.
and
Cruise summer.
yeah,
Cruel summer.
Cruise
that's
summer.
your comment there.
That's what it sounds
Yeah,
like to me.
We got 10 days of rain. It seems like it's not going to rain though. Actually, we had about 4 or 5 hours of no rain, but it's supposed to rain pretty much every day for 10 days. And we got a tornado watch right now. And Dale's trying to get out and go get sucked up into death winds.
And I don't want to rain on your parade, but it could be potentially up to 13 days.
What?
Yep.
Oh boy.
It's a great way to start summer.
It's great.
Weather modification weapons.
It's
Clearly.
true. The weather wizard from the comics is real.
Yeah, it's
It's
called
true.
DARPA.
DARPA.
Global Eugenics
DARPA.
Dehumanization.
Yeah. DARPA and Greg.
Yeah, but that's a great show.
Yeah. DARPA and Greg.
so stupid.
The DARPA and Greg. That's okay.
Yeah.
I guess if we're gonna get to, if I wanted to talk about something that happened to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to. There's a couple bad things happened to me this week, and it's probably karma. Because remember, I kind of made fun of Jeff Hanneman with a spider bite.
Yeah. He did.
Well, like right here.
Oh, I was unaware of that.
So right here, you can see the entry point.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got bit by something, and it fucking. I was like, oh, it ain't no big deal. It's a little this. I was like, and the funny, I was making jokes about spider bites because of Jeff Hanneman, blah blah, and maybe something a little karma, and I was just nothing. Then it kept growing every day. It got to like that long, and it was like purple. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not good.
I got the flesh-eating bacteria.
Did it like pop open and like
No.
was there eggs in there?
I was unaware that you made fun on the.
I didn't really make fun of it. I made light of it. I was like, it's
spider
on the podcast you did that?
Yeah, it's so metal when Jay Bikerfinger was here.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah.
recall you saying that.
But it actually what actually killed Jeff was cirrhosis. So
Oh yeah, it had nothing to do with the.
He did almost lose his arm from the bite, but that ain't what killed him.
No. Yeah, and like they had to graft all like fake skin and all that stuff on there.
Yeah, dead skin
mask.
All right, I gotta stop. This is still on me. This could go bad.
Yeah,
You're
not out of the woods yet, man.
Yeah, I'm not out of the woods.
No, not by a long shot.
I could be snapped up in a day or two.
Yeah, it's true.
So
this could be just the calm before the storm.
Yeah. I'll wake up and it's just chewing up my arm. Like, you can see it like pull like like one of those zombie movies when they get bit. It's like like the flesh starts moving around like a cramp or something.
Yep,
that's gonna happen to me.
It is probably.
Or I'm jumping to conclusions.
No, that's probably more likely.
Yeah. Certain death is the more likely objective fact.
Yeah.
You don't do reasonable conclusions. You go to the worst possible thing.
Well, I think you should. You should automatically be like the worst possible thing, because then, like, if you do, and then it turns out to be something less, you're like, oh, you're all relieved. You're more relieved because it's not the worst thing you thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, like
so if you go anything that isn't the worst case scenario is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember when I was like, man, I'm having all this pain, and I'm like, yeah, my blood's a little dark. My piss is a little dark. Maybe there's a little blood in it, and then of course Rachel right away. She's looking up. She's like, oh my god, it's like some kind of cancer, and then there was something else, and I'm like, or maybe just go with me, because my kidney hurts. It might be a kidney stone.
Yes, it could also be drink more water.
Yeah,
no, you ain't gonna do
this
that.
was clearly an issue because like it was causing serious physical pain. So, but I could feel it. Like I'm pretty sure that they're going to tell me that's what it is. And then when I went to the doctor, that's what it was.
Was it joy and pain?
Sunshine and rain.
Oh yes.
All we got is
Phil had a nice comment for you, Ryan. Brian is back. Well, see you later. So Phil's not watching anymore.
Well, Phil, that's fine.
Didn't he do that last week though? He came on, said something, and then like disappeared. I never saw.
He was
anything.
on for a little bit.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was on because I checked.
Well, I don't.
If Brian's not here, he doesn't have his favorite target, so he
That's true.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
it is.
linger too
Because
long.
I know like there was a lot of people that had come on and came on to the show and were typing stuff, but we were talking to the Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant
Talking
Colonel.
about the Colonel.
Yeah.
So Brian, I guess
Ate edibles last. Well,
since you were gone, what did you like? What was your trip to Washington, our nation's capital?
I'll let you know in a second. But Phil made me think of something real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
When does the Stanley Cup start with the Montreal Canadiens versus the Tampa Bay Lightning?
Well, last night was the
Habs won
the end.
The superior Habs.
I believe it starts Tuesday.
The Habs, who did they beat in the first round of the playoffs?
Oh, the Toronto Argonauts?
Toronto Maple Queefs.
The Maple Queefs.
Maple
That's
Queefs,
right.
that's right.
That's
Okay.
what it was.
DC,
My bad.
Have you ever been?
I had the wrong sport.
Yeah.
Phil, you
Starts
can,
Monday. Thanks, Phil.
Phil,
Monday.
you can Phil ate edibles last week. Okay, you can eat edibles, but you cannot be one of those people that stop drinking and talks about how you're sober while you're eating edibles.
No.
I
And
hate
how
that.
CBD oil.
I hate
cured
that
everything.
shit.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't drink no more. I'm sober, but here's my line of cannabis. Shut up. You're not sober.
Yeah, right.
You're only sober if you're on. I'll give you Mountain Dew. That's as far as I give you.
Ooh, that might be worse than the alcohol. Honestly. No, right. Your gut
Well, bro-
quicker.
Yeah.
You know they say that some pop does actually eat up your esophagus
I would,
quicker than alcohol.
Yeah.
Some, not all. I'm not. It's obviously if you're doing fucking.
The obvious ones. Mountain
Yeah,
Dew. Jolts.
If you're fucking mainlining, deep throating fucking Hennessy,
Yeah.
I'm sure your esophagus is getting ripped.
Josta will tear up your esophagus.
It's funny you bring up the Series X, Phil, because
Let's get into that.
It's funny.
I got a take for you on that.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Series X no more. You know what it is to me? It's like when a girl rejects you so much and you finally get it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want me. I can't get a Series X. I'm not paying over retail. I will not pay a dime over retail for that fucking
You
thing.
shouldn't have to.
And so I'm taking the ladder out of the girl's window.
Yep.
The tree fort across the street with the telescope is being taken down.
All
I am
your-
done stalking. I get the
All
point. You
your
don't
all
want-
your stocking supplies are going in the closet.
Yep.
I'm done.
The parabolic mic's going away.
Yeah. All the spy equipment and the soundboard, threatening any male that talks to her. That's all. I'm done.
You were at a loose rectum.
There's no such thing as a loose rectum convention, just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called a Maple Leaf Superfan Gathering.
Ooh.
Yeah, you like that, Phil?
You did not pay a dime over retail?
Yeah, you did. And that Eastern European discount, if someone's got their neck slit so you can get it, that doesn't count.
It fell off the back of a truck,
But
right?
he paid retail plus a tracksuit, so he
Yes.
didn't pay a dime over retail.
Phil and his homeboys with their tracksuits and chest hair went and got a bunch. That's what happened.
And crazy gold medallions.
Crazy, your
There
medallion.
is fisting con.
Actually, damn, he's right. Fisting con's a real
fisting.
thing.
What do you do at fisting con?
Well,
You just go in there and find your favorite fisting
You
person.
shake your fist at the sky
yeah,
and
it's
yell
a
like
bunch of old
man.
people like, and Mike, they're like,
Abe Simpson. Damn kids. The lawn. The lawn. Why do they keep going on it?
We
It's
should
a
bring
whole weekend.
fisters and fisties. I'd like
Okay.
to bring my equipment to a fisting con.
Yeah.
Talk to them like, hey, are your parents proud of you?
How are yeah.
Yeah.
It's fisters and fisties and people who are interested in the fist life.
On a scale of 1 to molested, what led you to here?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're
People are looking to get into the lifestyle.
yeah. How do I get into this thing? How do I?
Well,
it starts
here's what you do.
right away, like really when you're real young.
Here's what you do.
And you have a horrible, horrible family life.
Do you have a girlfriend? Yeah. Well, stick your fist in her vagina. You're part of the lifestyle. There you go. Or she could stick her fist in your butthole. You're part of the lifestyle now.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
lube your hand and jam. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Can you fist a urethra?
Urethra Franklin. Yeah,
Phil, question, Phil. This is for you. Your expertise is needed. Can you fist a urethra?
Yuck.
And I'll wait for that response.
Phil,
This show's going horribly wrong right away.
Don't get him going because I've went a good year without any of those him sending me those shock
That's true.
gotcha porn stuff where someone's getting a.
Send it to
Really?
him.
It's
Send
been
it
a
to
good
him.
year.
It's been a long time.
Send it to him.
No, I don't want any more.
So,
I don't need it.
has there been any update as far as the Series X goes? Any updates on when we might get to more being in stock?
Well, since it was supposed to be July, I guess not.
Well, I mean, July is still a few days away. Maybe they can. A
Is it?
digit or two is max. Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
It's gonna it'll probably be like they're talking now 2022 like
Yeah.
holiday season. That's how long it's gonna be.
I mean, yeah, I think that makes sense because a lot of the parts they use are also in the vehicles now too, especially the.
Is it because of
chips.
COVID? Are they
tech-
not able to get enough slaves to make them?
Exactly. Now, technically, COVID is a small part,
Yeah,
but it's Bitcoin mining because they use a lot of those
for the
chips
the
for
farms.
so they can mine the shit.
Yeah,
Then you got people who build the. Then you got things like human rights where you got to treat people better.
Well, I mean, think
You know
about it.
what I
All
mean?
these chips are all used in every automobile that's built now too. So
You can't just you can't just have them just do it for us in the Congo like we used to. You know?
I don't care what's just make Sanjeet work longer.
Sanjeet,
Yeah, Sanjeet.
Sanjeet, and Preetham.
Preetham.
I remember my mom. When she was having because her mortgage got bought out, and there was a company, a big world conglomerate bought them out.
Yeah.
And there was an issue with her mortgage, and she's like, there's this guy that calls me named Preetham. I'm sick of him. And then Sandeep and Preetham.
That's great.
So I was like, I don't know what they're saying. I was reading somewhere though they do work in those call centers.
Yeah.
14 hours a day.
Yeah.
But there's a good reason why they do that. It's not so much the slave labor thing. They get air conditioning.
That makes sense.
So they're like, dude, I'll stay here all fucking day if you want, man. Just I got to sit here do calls, and you got $300 for the Project Scorpio one. No, you did not.
I would have given him $300 for it.
What is it?
It's a Series X.
Oh.
Not the 1X.
The 1X.
For the
Project Scorpio 1C
it's the
is the 1X.
He meant to put 1X. I have a 1X. He had the Project Scorpio, which is the same thing as me, but had a green writing on it. So
Oh, okay.
anyway, yeah.
I see. Yeah, I'm not in any hurry to get the new one, the Series X.
I
was
but
hoping like by the end of the year to get one, but that's probably not going to happen.
if you keep getting turned down and rejected, you finally get the point.
I haven't really tried that hard.
I haven't had a chance to salt the fields though and get her back.
Yeah.
You know,
Speaking of Indian names, though, really quick, when
Running Bull.
When I lived out in Utah, Rachel worked at the post office, and her boss was this little Indian guy from India. His name was Gagam Deep.
Gagam Deep.
I swear to God, Gagam Deep. And he was only like
That's my porn name.
He was only like 5 foot tall, and she always made fun of him because she said he wore the butt pads, so it looked like he had a butt, and he had lifts in his shoes. And she said he was like a real dick. And I said, yeah, well, his name's Gagam Deep, and he has to wear butt pads and
I wonder if
shoe lifts.
I wonder if Gagam Deep was friends with Doug.
Gagam Deep.
Gagam Deep and Doug. That's the next video game from the creators of Toe Jam and Earl. Gagam Deep and Doug.
Gagam Khan. They need to make that porn.
When she told me his name, I was like, oh my God, there's a song in
Gagam
this somewhere.
Deep.
Yeah, hey, Phil, you know this. I know you said there's a fisting con. Is there a gagging con? I'm asking for a friend.
You can make a convention out of anything.
That's true. You can make a convention out of everything.
Phil's bedroom every Wednesday night. There's a gagging con.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. He probably knows every con that's degenerate there is.
He probably does. So, you mentioned
this is Mascara Run-a-Con.
You mentioned Indians. So we went to
Not Indians.
I'm going to talk about my DC trip.
All right.
Here we go. So DC, you know where that's at? Northern Virginia, Southern Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Drove there through the beautiful state of Pennsylvania, but first the not beautiful state of Ohio. Until you get to the Pennsylvania border, then Ohio's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Start getting hilly.
Yeah, and then you get into Pennsylvania and there's mountains and shit. It was fucking. I mean, you're so high at one point, you just see down into the valley, and it was like, holy shit, Pennsylvania's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I've only driven through there once, and it was nighttime, and I didn't see shit.
Yeah,
We drove through like 4 mountains, something like that. It was really nice. But then we got to DC, and by the time we got there that night, we didn't have time to do anything. It was basically just so we can go to bed and get up the next morning and do shit.
Right.
So the next morning we got up, we went to the subway station, which was a block from our hotel. Oh, by the way, DC's public transit system is the fucking shit. It is so awesome. So awesome.
Because there's nowhere to park and drive out there, so it's got to be.
And if you can find a spot to drive, it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
If I would have stayed at the original hotel, $53 a night just to park.
Yeah, right.
just
to park.
Yeah.
So 200 and how much is that? $212 just to park for 4 days. 53 times 4.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck that. So we stayed and then took the subway. That shit works, man. It's insane because if you get subway and it's not close to where you need to do, you go up to the corner, the bus comes by, you get on that, you swipe the same card, use on the subway, and take the bus to where you're going. It's instant. It was so quick. I never waited more than 5 minutes for a train. It's great. Anyways, so one of the museums we saw on the second to last day?
Museum of the Fist.
The last day. Because the Smithsonian's, a lot of them aren't open yet. They're opening like...
The Fistonian?
Yeah.
They're opening...
Did you go to?
They're opening in July and August and a little bit in September, but some of them were open. Just, you got to... There were still restrictions, so you had to get tickets in advance. Everything's free, but you have to get a ticket in advance because they're only letting like 80 people in at a time every half hour. So one of the ones that was open was the Museum of the American Indian, which my kids were like, don't they mean Native American? I'm like, nope. You'll see why. I'm going to school you kids.
Yeah.
Get in there, and they're like, welcome to Museum of the American Indian. And I heard someone's like, shouldn't it be Native American? I'm like, nope. I said it to that stranger, too. Like,
they don't get it, man.
Don't get it.
Let me show you.
And when we get into it, you start getting into it, you get down to the first floor is all the actual like the tribes and stuff. And
What's up, Dungeon Cry? What up?
Trail of Tears, all that other stuff. Third floor though, you get into some people called the Aztecs and Mayans and Incans, and guess what? Those are American Indians.
Yes.
That's why it's called the Museum of the American Indian, because it's not just North America; it's North and Central and South America.
Yeah.
No, it only counts when it's our guys.
And that's like
So that's why you don't call it Native American; you call it American Indian.
right.
AIM, American Indian Movement.
Schooled those kids.
What's
Awesome.
up, Dungeon Cry?
Hey, Dungeon Craft Man.
Hey, what's up, man?
Cool trip though. If you've never been to DC,
Nope.
Most of the stuff is usually free. The only thing you got to pay for is hotel and food, but everything you go to see is basically free, except for the Spy Museum. But that place is cool. It's just all the spy stuff, and they put you on a spy mission, but you have to go through the museum and see all the exhibits to figure out your mission. So it's kind of cool the way they did it.
You killed John McAfee at the end.
You killed John Well, maybe it was about the same time. So they're like, you got to watch the movie first, and then we'll send you on your mission. He starts listening to the movie, and all of a sudden his voice is like, spies have been around. I can't even do the voice. Fuck it. I give up. It's fucking. I start looking around.
You sound like
Spies have
been around a long time. And
Spies
shit.
have been around for the bit.
And here's why.
Since
Because
the
I started,
beginning of all
like, I'm
time.
listening to it. I'm like, and I'm thinking it's gonna be.
You ain't no spy, white boy.
I'm thinking it's gonna be a low budget movie and like some really bad voiceover, and it's like super quality movie, and then like really awesome narration. I'm like, looking around at the other people. I'm like, is that fucking Morgan Freeman?
of
And it
course it is.
It was Morgan Freeman.
Of course it is.
He
I
does the-
narrate everything ever made.
Every time he
Yours is
narrates,
better than mine.
Every time he narrates, he gets another freckle.
But
Yeah.
it was a cool trip. We'll have to go back again because there's a lot of stuff we couldn't see. I didn't get to see the Declaration of Independence and plan my theft of it
Yeah.
like I wanted to.
Right.
That was another one that they don't even have openings for that until the next month. But
When they come to your house, you'd be like, "No, man, that's not it on the wall."
so
You know?
yeah, I don't. You neither one of you have been there before, right?
No.
No.
You know how you see stuff on TV, you see the Capitol or whatever, and you see the steps leading up to it, and it's like, wow, that looks massive. Dude, when you get there, it is even way more massive than you ever thought it was. That fucking building is ginormous. It's insane how big it is.
It's way more massiver.
Way more
Massiver.
massiver. And then, you see stuff, it's like people are like on the National Mall. It's like,
Largester than you could ever think.
they're like on the National Mall and they're seeing some of the stuff. They're like, oh, let's walk down here and do this. Dude, the Washington Monument from the Capitol is like 3 miles down the mall. It's not like right there.
Yeah.
You're like looking at it like, oh, we're going to walk over there. And you look at it like, fuck.
I'm not walking over there. Right?
And that end is where like the Vietnam Wall and all the other stuff was. But you couldn't get near a lot of that stuff because just construction and other things going on. But I had to go back for that too. But Arlington Cemetery was awesome too.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I bet.
It was just we got to see the changing of the guard and some of that stuff, and the Kennedy family plot. It's not just JFK, it's Jackie, Ted, Robert. It's a bunch of them there.
Yeah.
It's a cool place. It's fucking huge. It's like 639 acres. So if someone tells you go walk Arlington, do not walk Arlington.
Yeah.
You will
Unless you're in really good shape.
There was old people trying to walk it. I'm like, you're gonna die, old person. We jumped on a tram. I was like, they're like, it's $15 a person. I'm like, I do not care. I will
Right,
get on
right.
this tram.
So like
Eternal Tram Nation.
like for me, like if I'm going there, I'm probably not even I wouldn't even drive. I would just fly there.
Now-
For me, because I would get anywhere I need to with transportation pretty easily.
The subway goes past the airport.
Yeah, so like everything.
It goes so far out into the suburbs. It's like from the city center, everything kind of spiders out. There's 5 different trains, 5 different colors. And it goes so far out. I'm trying to think of a comparison. Let's say we're the center point. Well, let's say downtown Detroit's the center point. It would go from downtown Detroit, and some of those trains would go as far as I'm trying to think of a place, Chesterfield, or even a little bit further. They go so far out, it's insane. And it's just it's a massive system, but it works. They didn't have any issues while we were there. There were some higher traffic times. There's only one time we had a problem in the subway, and it was the last train trip we were taking for the whole weekend. And we're sitting there, and this guy sits down at the bench, and I walk over to check like the map and some other stuff, and he turns to Danielle, and he's like, "Hey, do you got $1?" She's like, "No, I don't got any money." He's like, "Okay," and then he pulls out his crack pipe and starts cleaning it out. And she was like, well, and she gets up and walks away. That was it. Other than that, I saw nothing in the subway.
I don't see that as a problem. His crack pipe was
It
clogged.
was clogged up.
Yeah, if you don't clean it out,
But it
get infections. Or
it
something.
ran so smoothly.
Got to
But-
get some new choboa in that motherfucker.
But if you're going for a 3-day subway pass, Metro pass, sorry, $28, and we use the train. I don't know, 13 or 14 times.
So it's $28 for 3 days.
Yeah,
Wow, and that's everything.
and that's buses too.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yep, we
that's
went.
totally worth it.
Oh, we did go to the zoo. They have pandas at the zoo, but you can't see the pandas unless you get a ticket because that's a special thing, and they don't want too many people with their sickness going by the pandas. So if you don't get panda passes early, you're not.
So
getting
they're not down with the sickness.
No, they're not.
Thank God.
But here's the best thing
Thank
about
God, because that's horrible.
here's the best thing about the zoo. And we checked beforehand on their website. They're like,
Disturbed is the greatest band ever. Al.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
they do it for the troops.
I had some
No, they
dude.
don't, though.
I had some dude that wanted to kick my ass
'Cause
in
of
the bar
Disturbed,
because
yeah.
of it. I'm like, he goes, I saw him 19 times. I go, that sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Point
That
one
sounds
nine
like I
times.
said that sounds like a fucking nightmare. That's what I said to him.
Oh, here's Danielle. So everything.
Dude, F the zoo.
Yeah,
Your wife hated the zoo.
The zoo is cool. No, don't let her fool you. The zoo is cool. They got stuff we don't have here.
The zoo was cool.
It's a little bit different. But here's the thing:
Don't be fooled by the zoo.
their website. Like when you get to the end of the zoo.
What's up,
It's like,
Jay?
Hey,
Jay.
who's HVAC?
That's Jay.
That's Bikerfinger
Oh yeah, he does HVAC.
of Bikerfinger.
Yeah.
When you get to the end of the zoo,
Mm-hmm.
there's supposed to be a shuttle that takes you to the beginning of the zoo because the zoo is literally from the beginning to the end, all downhill.
Oh,
Okay, and it's supposed to be a shuttle that takes you all the way back, and it's on their website and it's on the maps inside the zoo. Like anything is closed, they have a sticker over it saying closed, does not work, whatever it might be. Shuttle doesn't have anything, so we get all the way downhill, and it's like 2 miles. It takes you forever to get downhill, but it's like a 2-mile thing by the time you're done. And it was 88 degrees that day and humid. And we get to the bottom and we're waiting for this shuttle, waiting. Finally, Danielle asked a cop, said, hey, when's the shuttle going to be here? He's like, oh, we haven't done that in 1.5 years since COVID. So we had to walk all the way back uphill.
all the way up.
Uphill.
Doesn't say shit.
Doesn't say shit.
Yeah.
And he just like, oh, we haven't had that since COVID. And he puts a cone back in the back of his truck and leaves. It's like, what the fuck? Elizabeth was on the verge of heat stroke, and I'm not joking. Like, we had to stop at the medical thing on the way up. And they're like, yeah, it looks like you begin heat stroke and do these ice packs and drink a lot of water. Like, oh, can you give us a ride up the top of the hill?
No.
Nope. We don't do medical transport.
No. You're just gonna have to walk.
Danielle was, yeah, she didn't have a good time. The zoo was, don't get me wrong, especially if everything was open, that's a really cool zoo. Only half the stuff was open.
Don't
We didn't get to
be
see pandas.
fooled.
She really wanted to see
Zoo
pandas.
is cool.
But other than that, the trip was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The crackhead kind of, whatever. But that was last day, last
Whatever.
trip.
Man, you just got to get some new boy. Clean
But
that shit out.
I will tell you what, man.
Smoke it up.
Have you guys ever been to Delaware?
I have not. I have not been to that side of the country other than Pennsylvania.
Oh, first of all, actually driving to Delaware, you have to go through Annapolis, Maryland, which is like the old town. That's where Navy is,
Yes.
all this stuff. And then you get through there, and then you have to drive across the Chesapeake Bay,
Yeah.
the entire bay. Okay, and on these bridges, and this bridge comes out.
What up, Bay?
And it's
The
big.
M gay,
bridge
that's
comes
me,
out,
right?
It goes straight south and then cuts east. So it comes out on the water, and it's going south, and it has a cut east.
But Dale is going to.
4.5 miles across open water on a bridge.
Didn't like that, did you?
I hate it.
Yeah, Dale's being an asshole. He's like attacking because he can't go outside.
He's going to viciously attack those weaker than him to make himself feel better. I understand that.
It still wasn't as bad as the Mackinac Bridge. I think the Mackinac Bridge is the worst because
Well-
Mackinac Bridge makes noise like the grates when you drive over it.
Yeah, because it's got it's all like wide open because
This,
of
this bridge
you know.
wasn't wide open like that. So
No, but you have to with the Mackinac. You have to because the air currents. You have to.
Yeah, and I get that. So it wasn't that bad.
Because it's still even with that, Yugos will not go over it. Yugos go literally over
it. I remember that.
Wherever I go,
Yugo.
That's right. Clutch is from there.
Yes, they are.
So we get into the other side of the bay into Maryland, and then we're getting into Delaware, and the change between the two states was drastic. And by drastic, I mean there's no change. I didn't know we were in a different state.
Oh yeah,
It was like the exact same state.
yeah.
We get all the way,
it's like Iowa to Nebraska.
we
Yeah.
get all the way to the ocean to a place called Rehoboth Beach, which is consistently one of the top 10 beaches in the country on the East Coast.
Rehoboth,
Rehoboth Beach.
not Rehoa.
No.
Rehoboth.
It looks like Rehoboth.
Oh, okay.
Rehoboth Beach.
Not the white power band Rehoa.
I did not know this going to Rehoboth Beach, but it is.
And we got to go to that beach then.
It is. It's like they have a boardwalk. It's like the Jersey Shore, Atlantic City and stuff, but to a smaller scale. But it's really, really nice when you get there. It's also extremely gay friendly.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It's
Cool.
like basically like if remember.
Hey,
I don't know how it is now.
You're sending me to my grave with AIDS.
You know how Ferndale used to be before it got super built up?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like that on the water. And
Cool.
I'm like, oh, this is cool. There's mostly families, but there's like a gay population, a gay community and stuff. Like, yeah, but they're not, it's fine. And then we drive by this bar called Diego's, and it says, this Friday, Fry Gay Friday. Fry Gay Friday. I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm going to call Fridays Fry Gay from now on. But it was cool. That's the first time my kids have ever been in the ocean. So it's like, yeah, this is cool. It was a really nice place. The beach was beautiful. So many Hispanic people.
Really?
In D.C., too.
Yeah.
D.C., so many Hispanic people. And then for the weekends, they must just drive to the ocean there in Delaware because it's still only 2 hours.
Yeah.
And there's like these guys playing like soccer in front of us on the beach and stuff. I'm like, we should move. And my wife didn't want to move because they had abs and stuff. But I'm like, they're probably gay. But it looked like the Usos and Razor Ramon playing soccer on the beach. I'm not joking. I'm like, hun, who's that look like? She's like, I don't know. Like, it looks like either Kofi Kingston or the Usos and Razor Ramon. She's like, holy shit. It does. They're just playing soccer, being all athletic and stuff with abs. Sons of bitches. I didn't even take my shirt off.
Como se llama, bro?
I did. And then they kick the ball at the just before we get ready to leave, they kick the ball and it goes in the air. And I see it flying through the air. I'm like, that's going to hit Donovan. And then I look over and all of a sudden, poof, it hits right on his back. he was like, I'm like, oh, you're okay. I want him to act like cool around those guys. I don't want him to be like a little bitch. I was like, no, you're fine. He's like, I'm like, yeah, it didn't hurt.
Yeah, you got to be like, oh, I think a breeze. What? Ocean breeze hit my neck a little bit there.
Soccer's not a real sport. What?
Yeah.
They probably beat us up.
Yeah.
They're probably.
Oh,
Okay.
you guys like your gay ass little
Hey,
kick your ball around a little bit
Hey, I
there.
heard when you were in D.C., you got your ass kicked by a bunch of gay dudes. Yeah,
You know what though?
You boys know what happened at
Don't
the
tell
Alamo?
them soccer's gay.
If any gay guys were to get kicked by ass, it would have been those guys. They looked like gang members, and I don't mean that because they were black and Hispanic, but they look okay. That sounded racist.
That's exactly what you meant.
Soccer playing gang members with pink shorts on the beach.
They were also gay.
Gay.
Every stereotype imaginable.
They were in shape, so if they would have kicked my ass, even if they're gay, if they would kick my ass, I'd be like, those dudes were in shape. There's no
Yeah.
way I could have
Yeah.
kicked their ass.
Yeah.
No Espanol. Well, there was a lot of Hispanic families around us, too.
You'd have been like, listen here, Taco Jimenez. You kick that ball anywhere near me again. This is going to be Alamo 2.0.
It
You
was. I mean, they had some soccer skills too, and I'm
Then you
like,
get the fucking knocked right the fuck out.
and then there's some rocks in front of us, and that's where this one guy decided. he was-
Comprende, amigo.
This guy's like, I'm gonna fish right here on this spot. It's like, dude, you're in the middle of a beach.
You ever
full
hear
of
of Davy
people.
Crockett? That's my uncle. Take a swing.
Jim motherfucking Bowie.
Yeah. Come on, take a swing. Get knocked right.
You ever heard of the Bowie knife? My grandpa invented that. Great grandpa.
Sam Houston rises again.
So
Get the shit beat right out of you.
So Alan knows this, but I don't know if I told you this. So on the way back, we're leaving Delaware. We're actually driving north through Delaware. We're going to go north into Delaware, through Delaware into Pennsylvania, catch the turnpike, go across. That was my plan. Delaware had the worst traffic of any place I've driven in a long time.
Really?
And here's why, I think. Because when you get to the top of Delaware, the north end of Delaware, you have from there, Philadelphia is about 20 minutes.
Right.
And then you go around the curve and they have the Delaware Memorial Bridge, and that's where you go across to New Jersey. So everybody was going to the beach where we were at and then driving the same way we were driving to go home to Philadelphia and New Jersey.
Yeah.
So northbound Delaware 1 sucked. And I'm sure you've been on toll roads before, right? When you get on a toll road, you pay the toll at the end, right? Usually, you get a ticket.
Sometimes there's tolls throughout.
Why do I have to pay a toll to drive on the same road twice? And it would have been a third time if we wanted to cut off of it. But I had to pay a toll when I got into the road. And then when I got to it where it didn't end, but another road came into it, they made me pay again.
Yeah. There's like, you pay a certain amount like as you keep going. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I will say Ohio Turnpike and Pennsylvania Turnpikes are the only two I'd ever driven on before. And they're the ones where you get a ticket and you pay at the end.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
See,
so they do it based on from where you start until where you end, you have to pay a certain amount. So anyways, we get to the top of there to Delaware, and we're like, finally get to the turnpike. I'm like, all right, we're gonna stop somewhere. And I start driving, and we're making good time. And I'm like, we're going to drive straight through. I'm going home tonight. And it was already like 4 o'clock at this point in the afternoon. I'm like, I'm going home.
Going for it, yeah.
Danielle's like, it's like 7.5 hours. We'll be good. Don't worry.
Oh, no.
It was actually like 8 hours. And we get to a stop at like 7 o'clock, and I call Alan. I'm like, don't even bother staying in my house tonight. Just let the dogs out, feed them, let them out one more time, go home. We'll be there.
Get out.
We'll be home in just a few hours. Don't even worry. So like 10 o'clock, I finally get out of Pennsylvania. So I'm like, near Youngstown and stuff basically at this point. And I'm not going to be
Youngstown State.
I'm not going to be home by midnight.
No.
Yeah, that's at least 5 hours.
Well, it was about, because Cleveland's about 3, so it was another hour past that, so 4 hours.
Okay.
And even when I stopped, Alan's like, "There's a storm coming, but it should be gone by the time you guys get here."
Yeah, except for it was going right towards them.
Well, that's what I thought. I'm like, it should be out over the lake by the time we get there. It'll be cool.
That's what it looked like on the radar, but no, it went downward apparently.
Oh yeah, so that's the other thing. So here's technology at its best.
Yeah.
You don't have to stop at the toll booths on Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Right.
They take a picture of your license plate and they send you a bill. There's some big, huge thing driving down your street, Mike. Oh, it's a boat. Okay. Someone was dragging a boat down your street.
Well, it's raining, so.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
I don't care if there's a tornado.
Floods.
God damn it, we're fishing.
There's floods.
So the government's always watching. They're getting their money from you.
There's fucking orca.
Feeling that government is watching me.
So we get to Toledo. We get off the turnpike near Toledo at 1 o'clock. Just after 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So it's like an hour home. And we talked to the toll booth lady, and I'm like, that storm come through yet? She's like, no, we can see the clouds. Because driving down the turnpike, it runs parallel to Lake Erie. So you can see all the lightning and thunder in the background. I'm like, see, that's already out over the water. We're not even going to have to worry about that. Oh. So I get off of the turnpike on a 280, I think it is.
Coming through Toledo?
Yes.
Coming to Toledo.
Go
over that bridge, the big, huge bridge that goes over the Maumee River and shit. You know which one I'm talking
Way
about.
down upon the Maumee River.
And I'm like, it doesn't even look like it rained here. And I said that and like, rain. I'm like, shit. Get over that bridge, start going down, getting close to 75, pouring. Just absolutely pouring.
Have you ever seen the rain?
Go to get from the merge there from 280 on to 75 north, and I couldn't even see it. Hit this wasn't even a puddle. It was like a lake of water. Start hydroplaning and stuff. Fuck it. It was pouring. You couldn't see. And then there's only 2 lanes of traffic open there, which I know, Mike. There's only 2 lanes at the border.
Yep. It's always under construction every day.
Always. So I get behind one truck. The second lane's open, and I stay behind that truck. I'm like, well, he can see better than me. And
this is what Brian heard like immediately after he said, it's not going to rain.
It was bad. So you couldn't see shit. I basically just kept that 18-wheeler in front of me, about 30 feet in front of me, so I could see the lines. And that's the other thing. When you get to the border, you know what there isn't? Lights.
No.
There's no lights.
Not until you get to the Monroe area.
And then they stop again, and then start again, like, basically at Flat Rock. Yeah. So they start and stop. Could not see shit. It was horrible. And I was thinking, oh, we only got to go 9 miles to the visitor center, right?
This is Brian and his family coming into Michigan.
So we get near the visitor center, and the rain stops. I'm like, oh, cool. We'll just keep going. Get past the visitor center about a mile. Fucking rain kicks back in.
Yeah.
Couldn't see shit again. It wasn't until I got to 32, which is like West Road, I think. Woodhaven.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And all of a sudden it let up. But it took me from the border to that spot, which is 32 miles.
30, yeah, actually
It
32.
took me like it took me like 55 minutes to get that far.
Wow.
It was
Jesus.
going so slow. And then all of a sudden, rain stopped. And from that point on, I was able to get home quick. But then I was like, we get into Detroit. And I'm like, shit, need gas. I forgot. So I just I was like, I'm going to stop in Detroit, get gas. It's 2:30 in the fucking morning. I'm going to get shot.
That's how you lose an eye.
And
No,
I-
seriously, I worked with this dude that like got his eye, lost his eye with the dude pulled a fingernail clipper that had the
hook.
hook.
Yeah.
That's how he lost his eye because he refused to give up his car.
I was able to make it to 8 Mile,
Yeah, you just give up the car, dude.
which I had to get off at 8 Mile anyways because 94 was flooded between 8 Mile and 10 Mile. So I had to get off the freeway. It didn't matter. Get off, and there's that BP right there at the border, the Harper Woods, St. Clair Shores border.
Yeah.
And Taco Bell's right next door, basically. Mm-hmm. And they have these big, huge, giant screens. They don't even have, like, the touchpad. It's just a screen. Giant. It's like the size of his monitor on a gas pump. And that's how you do everything. So many fish flies in this fucking thing. And they were in the credit card reader. I'm, like, trying to get gas. I'm like, putting my card in. And finally got gas. And by the time we got home, it's going on 3 o'clock. The thing is, I got up at 6 something that morning and then went to the beach and still had sand in my pants, and like I drove all that ways, plus being out in the hot sun, I was kind of like wore out. I don't know why I fucking did it. Only because I didn't want to sleep in another hotel room. But we got home. I finally crashed out like 4 o'clock, and then like 10 o'clock I woke up. I'm like, why the fuck am I awake after 6 hours?
That is not true.
And then the worst part of this, because I still didn't work. This was Monday, and obviously I didn't work that day. And the worst part is this: we got up, we got ready, and we went to El Charro to get lunch. And guess what? El Charro was closed. That's the worst part.
You just had that's the worst part of the whole thing.
The whole trip, that was the worst part. El Charro was closed.
Cook Shakur with his 85 fucking bears.
He never stops with it.
Yeah.
He never quits.
Does Jay actually love the Maryland Chesapeake area?
I don't know. I like the Chesapeake
Maybe.
chocolate chip cookies.
It's beautiful. It was beautiful.
Or maybe
Or
coming.
maybe Satan is coming. But yeah, it's
Well, we open on the week, Ned. Unless
They-
we hunting. I already saw he posted that up there. Yep.
they,
Unless we hunting.
they have a series of stores in an area called the Wawa. You ever heard of the Wawa?
No,
It's basically like a
I know there's a pedal called the Wawa.
It's a gas station store. It's like if you go into like a big Speedway and they got all the food and all the drinks and everything, a coffee stand with like 17 different coffees. Mm-hmm. It's like a fancy Speedway, except on steroids. You can buy fucking clothes at Wawa's and stuff.
Oh,
It was
okay.
crazy, and I didn't go into any of them. That was my whole point.
None?
I tried to.
Wow.
Every time I was like, we'll go to the next one. And then we get near the next one, and all of a sudden, it was supposed to be on one side of the road, the corner of my map. It was on the other. So I couldn't get over there because they don't have turnarounds.
Get over here.
It's not like a normal
Oh,
state.
yeah. No, it's not like this state.
It's not like our normal state
It's not- yeah.
where they have turnarounds.
It's like every other state. It doesn't have turnarounds.
Doesn't have
It's not
left-
like our normal state.
But, you want to hear the best part of the story?
Yes.
I got 27.5 miles per gallon on my trip.
Wow.
Fucking A in a minivan. So much gas mileage. It was so sweet.
I'm not going to read that comment, Eric, at all. Will not.
Why? What's wrong with that? Oh.
No. No.
Anyways, that was my trip to D.C. Now I'm planning my next trip. I don't know where though.
You got to think of it. You got to think of a grand place.
Danielle wants to go to Salem, Massachusetts next October.
Salem. I'm not reading it. No.
I'll read it. I don't care.
Go ahead.
I hear Bigfoots were used for blank in the olden days. Discuss. It edited you for some reason. I don't know why.
It edited Brian's
Yeah.
central cortex.
Do you have that edit thing on your computer right now? Is that what's editing me, Mike?
Yeah.
I hear Bigfoots were used for buck breaking in the olden days. Discuss.
Yeah.
And then read it, pussy.
Yeah. Read it. Jay, that's a pedal, dumbass.
Yeah, Wawa.
Now, Jay,
No, Wawa has
I already said it.
now why hasn't there been a band, and I've thought about this, that a guy that uses tons of effects and called the pedophiles.
The pedal files.
Oh.
Pedal files.
He's
Touching
touching himself again.
You do that all the time.
He's touching himself again.
I touch myself. So I didn't. I had a interesting week.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasted so much time talking about
No,
my
I
trip.
don't care. I wanted to hear about your trip.
It was cool because we never go on vacation. The last vacation we went on was a few days after Dad had a stroke. Oh, and we were like, we're not going to go, and Dad's like, just go. And we went to Mackinac. It was okay.
Yeah,
but it was like I kept on thinking about stuff here. So it
Yeah.
didn't really work out.
Yeah, like when I found out and I jumped in my truck and was already in Wyoming when Rachel called me and was like, turn the fuck around right now. I'm like, nope. She's like, you're wasted. Turn the fuck around.
I tell people
I'm going home.
I tell people at work about Dad's stroke. They're like, oh, I messed him up. I'm like, no. It's basically it happened early Saturday morning, and he was out at like 2:00 Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
They're like, really? Yeah, he's right. Pennsylvania is really nice.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly nice.
Yeah, Western Pennsylvania.
I mean, even
What
Central
about
and East because you're up in the
Bunka
mountains, you know, and you don't go through Pittsburgh. You go around it. So you get a lot of mountainous stuff. Like I said, we drove through 4 fucking mountains. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. That's what, Allegheny?
You drive through Allegheny.
Yeah.
But if you're even further west, which we were, you go through Tuscarora, Big Blue Mountain, and another one I can't think of.
Okay.
Tittabawassee. No, it's something with
Titicaca?
No, Tittawassee's here.
Tardicaca?
It's Kittatinny or something like that. Kitty Titty.
Kitty Titty?
Yeah.
What about Bunka Seaman?
I don't even know what that is.
I have no idea what that is.
No.
What's Bunka Seaman?
Why is Brian's wife on here? Is he on that short of a leash? Yes.
No.
Yeah, Phil.
She's interested in what we're doing.
Totally dominated in every way possible.
Actually, she was trying to get a read on me so she could hit me up and ask me if they could go get ice cream and stuff. And I was like, fuck, no, you can't get. Yeah, you can get ice cream. It's fine.
Yes.
You always miss out on ice cream because you're here.
No, they usually buy me one. I just eat it the
Ice
next night.
cream.
I just have them give me a blizzard and I'll eat it tomorrow. Stroking myself.
Bikerfinger is stroking himself right now.
Jay keeps telling us about his
Wanking.
yeah, and
It's wanking.
That's one.
this isn't a.
That is one cure for autoimmune disorder. Wanking.
Yeah, it's true.
Guaranteed, foolproof.
Saved my life.
That's how I get through it.
Mike, how'd your week go? I'm sorry, I mean interrupt.
No, I don't care. I would rather that you talk because you usually don't get a whole segment like that because there's 14 people here screaming over top of each other, and so you didn't get that chance in probably a year to do that.
Phil, you get the wrong. I don't need ice cream. I want ice cream.
Right.
I want candy.
Yeah. You guys heard of the Ethiopian diet?
I don't have that. Hey, I was going to do that. Hey, fatty! But I don't. I changed my sound thing when Bikerfinger was here, and I haven't rechanged it.
It's
back.
funny because I said it like that, like thinking you'd do the joke, but no, seriously, it's a real diet.
The Ethiopian diet?
Yeah, because they eat a lot of like
Sand?
chickpeas and vegetables and stuff. And
Stray Westerners that that leave the Jeep.
Yeah, some of them. It's super healthy for you. You should try it.
Yeah.
Lose weight.
Yeah.
So you get the proteins you need because it's chickpeas and beans and stuff, vegetables. But sand. There's sand in there.
No, that's just I remember Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
He was
Go
like,
where the fucking
we go
food
where the
is."
food is. You know what this is? Sand. You know what it's going to be 1,000 years? Sand.
It might be glass in 1,000 years.
Here, eat it. It's sand.
Either way.
It seems like the film crew could give the kid a sandwich. It's like, no, he's got to look hungry. Don't feed him yet.
Just wait a little while.
Oh,
Because it doesn't work if he doesn't look hungry.
We got about 60 more takes to do.
So, what had happened this week? This is my story. Not nearly as cool as going to D.C., but is eventful for me.
yeah.
So, we our one truck blew up, so we have a rental, and rentals are always a crapshoot.
They're always awesome.
So I went to a Dollar General in Mayville, heading to Lapeer, so I'm going directly south.
Yep.
And I noticed that the brakes on that rental were horrible. It was slow as fuck. It took off slow. And I noticed I kept losing air pressure. I'm a commercial driver, so I use air brakes. And I kept losing the air pressure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I figured, I go, now the rental's about to break down. I'm a good 90 miles from home. Customer is 3 miles away. I'm making it. As long as there's no one right in front of me where I could kill them with the brake, I'm making it. But I tested the brakes. I'm like, they're stopping. Okay, I'm losing brake pressure, but I have brakes because the truck was almost empty at the end of the day. But it kept getting. Then the warnings came when I got like a mile close. And then it felt like a brake was grabbing, and I'm hitting the emergency brake release because I'm like, is this thing still stuck out or something? It wasn't. I'm like hitting it, and like sometimes they have a sweet spot, and because they're on a bad truck, I'm like, fuck, something's wrong. Well, I pull into my customer's store. I'm like, well, they're gonna have to rescue me here. And all of a sudden, I see this guy. His name's Bill, 6'4", 350, huge guy, probably in his 50s, maybe 60. Huge fucking guy, big sloppy dude. He's waddling with a fire extinguisher. He's like, you're on fire, bro. Get the fuck out of that truck. I'm like, what? What? He's like, you're on fire. Get the fuck out. I get out, and it was the brake. One of my brakes caught on fire.
It was like hanging up, so it's just...
he's like, shh. He puts it out. He's like, holy shit, what happened? I told him the whole story. He's like, oh, dude, that shit's burned up. And he's like, all your shit's melted. He's all full of rack and ruin. It's ruined. You're on fire. You're gonna have to go get towed. And I go through this a million times. I call my boss. I'm like, brakes caught on fire. They're gonna have to tow me. He's like, well, they're gonna send a guy to check it out. It's the same process for the last 21 years I've been driving.
They're gonna check it out.
They check it out, and then I get towed. Why don't we just send the tow, and I don't have to do the check?
Yeah,
because that's an extra hour.
Yeah, because see, we just put the fire out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no check needed.
No.
Yeah, and well, they sent. He's like, it's ruined, but they sent this old dude with a beard to check the truck out. He's like, I can fix it. He fucking takes it off. He goes, all you burned up was the grease, man. He's like one of these old bearded guys. He's like, you just burned it. You're fine, dude. He fucking slaps it on. Truck ran like $1 million. I thought for sure I was gonna have to the rental company's like, we got a guy up there in Flint because Flint to Lapeer is not that far.
No, right.
30 miles maybe.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's like, they're like, we're gonna send a guy. He'll fix it. I'm like, I'm telling you, the shit's burned up. It's burned. Like, nah, it's good. He fucking fixed that thing. Ran like a champ.
Here Mike's going, it's the same thing every time, and then this time it wasn't.
Yeah, I got a big argument with my boss, and fucking on a positive note, there was two girls across the way. They were like, I saw what was going on. They were cute, and so I was like, I talked to them. Then the one, I got the sense that she was too hot for me, but the other, who was normal, I was like, this could kind of work, this and that. And then she went to smoke, and then she had the ring. Shit. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Time to leave.
Well, maybe the one that's too hot has like daddy issues or some kind of issues, and you can exploit that.
Hey, man, all she has to do is be pissed off at her boyfriend or something for the day. You know?
Well, you think about it. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Mm-hmm. There's a bit, like, all the businesses are closed, so it's just me and them. It could have been a thing, right?
Yeah. Never would have seen him again.
Yeah. But, you know,
except when you go back to that place.
Yeah.
That you probably go to regularly.
The next week, and their boyfriend's there with a gun.
Yeah.
Or husband, rather.
Or their daddy boyfriend or something.
Yeah.
Rednecks. No.
Yeah, but that guy fixed me. He got me out of there, and he was telling me stories about how he had a pretty good sense of humor. He was one of these old timers, very politically incorrect humor.
Yeah.
But
good humor, right?
I had to respond to him in kind with a story that happened to me. No, this guy Jim that used to be a customer of mine. I'll tell this story because this guy he was like having an asthma attack from this one. I said, yeah. This dude was like a no filter kind of. He was kind of like Jay Bikerfinger. This guy Jim, he passed away from lymphoma. But I was in they worked out in where Grand River and 10 Mile, that V.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grand River 10 and all that out in Farmington. I was in that McDonald's. It's always super packed.
Yeah.
And there is a lobby full of like men, women, and children because it's like lunch. And I just see someone standing like right behind me, and this place is packed. He's like, "Hey man, how's that child molestation charge going for you?" And everybody's looking at me. And I told that old man that he was dying laughing. But
So this was that.
this was a gym guy, like 10, 12 years ago. He used to because he
That
lived
is a J move all the
Oh,
way.
yeah. He goes, how's that child molestation charge? And some woman's like clutching her kid. This was like, I don't know, 2011, 2010 or something.
Oh, Jesus.
But Jim was hilarious, man.
Yeah.
And he would meet, me and Kent would meet up with him because he lived out in Farmington, and he would drive as far close to us as Royal Oak, and we would hang out with him in like Royal Oak and Ferndale. He was just an awesome guy, but that he really got me pretty good with that one.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
I think.
But
Phil,
I used to take like heavy ass pallets though, and I would like 2,000, 3,000 pound pallets when I was young and strong and didn't mind moving them around. And I would unload my truck and I would box in as high low. Whereas like I was like, there's a wall and he couldn't move it. So they'd have to go next door and get that guy's high low or pallet jack.
Our delivery driver does it all the time. He'll box in our fucking pallet jack. It's like, what the fuck? I don't think he's fucking with us. I think he's just a dick.
No, dude. I actually talked about this to a customer of mine. I've been driving for 21 years, and any fucking asshole driver that's in a hurry and leaves their shit right on your dock plate is a fucking. Oh, I'm trying to cut back on that word. A jerk.
Yeah.
A not cool person.
Fucking cuck.
A cream pie cleanup boy.
that's it.
Yeah.
I think Phil was saying that those girls had too big of a pussy for you.
What's that?
He said too big of a pussy. I assume he's talking about those girls.
And you needed to pump it up with your fleshlight
Well, I do that every day.
to handle the bigger pussies.
I think that's what he meant by too big of a pussy. Yeah, was that girl had a too big of a pussy for you.
yes.
Well, they all do at this point. They all. I mean, come on.
Real poo head.
real good.
I don't know what that means.
He's a darned fool.
I mean, yeah, that was Mormon talk right there. Darn.
yeah.
You're gangster as heck.
Yeah, but that.
I have the shirt from Lori that says Utah is gangster as heck.
Wow.
And of course, it's gangster as heck.
It's not gangster.
No A.
It's true.
That's funny. How's that child molestation charge going?
Yep.
That was good.
Old Jim. He was fucking hilarious.
That is a J fucking move, straight up dick move like that.
Yeah, he reminded me.
Hey, Jay.
There's Hunter S. Thompson just walked in the door.
Got a whole gang here. Oh my
All
god.
of them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you got me a hat.
Oh goodness. How are you doing? I'm good. Haven't seen you guys in a million years.
Yeah, so you didn't get to hear the story. He was just telling about this guy named Jim that used to fuck with him.
We used to mess with each other really bad.
Yeah, he said he was in this crazy ass McDonald's like that was busy as hell, and all of a sudden he hears from behind this guy go, "Hey, so how's that molestation charge going for you?" I'm like, that's a J move.
It reminded
right there.
me a lot of you, that guy.
Well, he used to do that shit to me. We'd be in the store.
Here, let me turn your mic on. Your mic is on.
Well, we would be in a store and we'd be in line, and there'd be some old lady behind us, and he'd start waving his hand by his ass. He'd go, "Ooh, that one's gonna fucking stink," and look right at them. I'm like, "You asshole! I hate you."
When we were younger, Paul
Grab the mic. Grab the
Microphone.
mic. Just put it in your hand. There you go.
That's what she said.
I'm
When you're
used to
talking about
that.
stroking all night, you can't grab the mic.
That's what she said.
So I remember Paul used to fucking, when we were younger, go to the grocery store. And the first time he did it, we were at the grocery store with his mom. And this motherfucker, where there was an old lady, he just shoved me into this old lady, dude. And boom, knocked the old lady almost over. And I'm like, oh my God, I was so embarrassed, but they turned on at the same time.
Yeah, right.
I was like, we are going to do this again.
From now on,
Absolutely.
that's it. This is
you
what's
you
happening.
just started a fire, motherfucker.
This is what's happening. Yeah.
So
Fuck
well, you
yeah.
got the Rubik's crew here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the Got Andrew
I heard
here?
a new song by them. Apparently, they wrote it a year ago, but now they finally recorded it. I heard it earlier today.
Super dope.
We're going to have a special reveal. Where's the track, man?
Hold on.
Come on, bro.
I see Michael J's turned away from you guys because he gets so pissed of everybody talking over each other. I think that's the way. That's how you keep the Hulk contained.
Just kind of.
I can't blindly scream at your family, Jay. I'll tell you that. I can do that to most people.
He's the host.
Oh, this.
He's in camera one. He's in camera one. We're in camera two.
Yeah, I gotta take my pants off.
All right.
Hey, what's up? Are you later? Yeah.
That's classic shit. People don't even realize. So I was going to ask you guys what you're doing, but you're here.
Well, they're all wearing their awesome pentagram necklaces too.
Oh yeah, Rubik's Crew symbol.
So have you guys taken Satan as
Go
your Lord and
Ted.
Savior? Okay.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Good, sweet kids.
Yeah.
No part of that. No, dude, Jay was a troll before that was a thing.
Check your Gmail, Mike.
Check it.
I
He
do.
does have chicken legs.
Hand her the mic. If you're gonna shit
I'm
talk,
skinny.
you're gonna shit talk on my mic.
What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with my ankles. They're just
They
skinny.
just look.
Well, the whole leg's skinny. It's not just the ankles. It isn't like I'm sitting on giant calves and thighs.
We need to hear.
Has some issues, okay? Just don't talk about it.
Like you know, like the thin like pretzel sticks.
See, yeah.
Like, that's what they look
See, I have the same. I have wrists the same way.
Your ankles are like
Yeah.
one flick.
I'm skinny.
Just broken.
Well, I have. I've broken both.
That's true.
Jay, if you haven't sent it recently, I can't
Just a minute ago.
because I got all my DoorDash notifications. You're gonna be buried in the sauce
Wow,
here.
you're lazy.
Yeah.
What's it called again? DoorDash
No,
Premium.
What it is he owns stock in the company.
It's a Dash Pass.
That's Uncle Al, right?
It's
Fuck off.
That's why I'm over here.
I'm such a nice person.
so this is the Bikerfinger family.
Did you get it yet, Mikey?
Let me look. Let me look again. There it is. Okay.
Sarah,
Now what's this? Now, everyone.
Yeah.
So I don't get mad.
Nope.
Shut up. For 5 seconds. The Swan song? What? How would you describe the Swan song, kids?
It's the new song, right?
Yeah.
It's very radio friendly.
Talk about it. Like, what was your inspiration?
Oh,
It's very radio friendly, so I mean, you
It
could
is very
definitely,
radio-friendly.
yeah.
let me tell you what inspired
I
it.
told you not to drink before we came here.
Okay, you know what? You don't tell me. what
Schnapps
to
doesn't count.
Schnapps. Yeah. If it tastes sweet, it's good for you.
On medicine.
Drinking dad's cough medicine there, kid.
Shut up. I'm speaking,
Oh,
I can mute your mic.
and I can yell.
I have the power.
Okay, explain the story of the song.
So, I was friends with this one girl since 6th grade. In the summer of 2020, I found out she was talking about me behind my back, and she started dating my ex-boyfriend. And she's like, please don't be mad at me. I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again. And then I once found out, again, because, you know, I'm a little sneaky, and I like snooping through people's stuff.
Happens.
I was looking through her messages, and once again, she was talking crap about me, and I found out that she was also lying to go home early and stuff, even though she was the one that was begging me to come over to my house and stuff. And you know what? And I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm gonna write a song about it. And Swan kind of sounds like her name, so I think you came up with it.
Yeah,
Swan. You're like, let's not use her actual name. Let's use like Swan or something. I'm like, okay.
See, I've done a lot of scientific studies and data, and I've come to the conclusion, as you may have when you wrote the song, that bitches be hoes.
Yeah.
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 So
And then, I mean, you got like teenage life.
So I'm not
gonna go. I mean, I know people that are 48 years old that still fucking think that they're in
teenage
junior
life.
high school and still have attitudes with, I heard she said this and he said that. It happens.
Al, don't talk to me till we're off the air. Come on, don't talk about me.
That's where your social media bullshit comes in.
Yeah.
So you're singing it, and Andrew is playing the.
Andrew
Everything
wrote all
else.
the guitar tracks.
All right,
He
cool.
wrote and performed all the guitar and bass. She did all the vocals.
All right, we're gonna
The
play it.
Rubik's Crew, correct?
Rubik's Crew.
Rubik's Crew.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
The Rubik's Quill.
Rubik. What's this for?
The cat.
Oh, Swan, everything we had is gone. I loved you and you lied to me for so long. Oh, Swan, I can't believe you're gone. You said you'd love me till the day you die, but I knew from the start that was a stupid lie. You said you'd change just so you could stay, but all you did was make me go insane. Oh, Swan, everything we had is gone. I loved you and you lied to me for so long. Oh, Swan, I can't believe you're gone. You were my everything, I can't even explain. But you turned around and threw it all away. All you caused was torture and pain. My love for you will always be the same. Oh, Swan, everything we had is gone. I loved you and you lied to me for so long. Oh, Swan, I can't believe you're gone. I play my tunes and make them all about you. I'm not the only one, and that's the sad truth. I gave you all I had, nothing to lose. You turned your back on me. I am the fool. Oh, Swan, everything we had is gone. I loved you and you lied to me for so long. Oh, Swan, I can't
All right. That was a
Unless
good.
we hunt.
That was a good song, kids.
And it didn't say unless, it said less.
And that was all.
That's going to be the radio hit, Mike.
And that was all inspired by hatred.
Yeah.
Right?
And we all need that in our lives.
It's some punk ass bitch punking someone out. That's what it was. Hey man, I got 2 old dudes that sit and fight with their wives on the phone all day at work.
Damn.
So I mean, it's like high school. I'm like,
They drink, right, when they get home? At that type of
probably.
age?
I mean,
Well,
the ones are recovering alcoholics. So
if
no,
you're gonna do
we
it
don't
right, you
want
got to
them
have a few beers and you got to line that woman right up.
On the weekend, they go out on their jet skis and boats and drink some more.
You do line
Living in misery.
They're working all weekend. I get to go home because when they ask me, I go no,
Who
I
wants to
won't
work
be
on
here.
a weekend?
Yeah, there's people at work that they ask you to hang out, and I don't because I'm antisocial. And then there's other people that like I would never hang out with you. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like no way. Like there's people. I don't think I'm better than a lot of people, but so if I think I'm better than you, you got problems.
Yeah,
man.
you're fucked.
like if you make me feel white, you're that dirty. What's this?
This
That's your jam right there, Mikey. Antisocial.
Yeah, and it's social. That's
it.
me, man.
Anthrax.
Oh yeah, I go outside once in a great while. Outside of work, I think
Just
it's
like
so
you get the mail.
yeah. Well, I drive a truck for a living, so for me, going anywhere is like pain.
Yeah.
I'm just so sick of fucking traffic and cars, and I just can't take it anymore. So, Andrew, you haven't been here yet.
No.
Talk about your channel. Tell me how it started. What you know.
Oh well, yeah. It all started with the whole Xbox addiction shit, and it just I started making music back in like when I was in sixth grade. We made our first song called Cat Shit.
It's great.
It's a banger.
It's about my living room. All right.
And, we just made a few songs, and then we just I stopped because I didn't know if I liked it or not, if I wanted to do that. But now I recently, in the last couple of years, started doing it.
Is there one called Broccoli Shit?
Yeah, Broccoli Shit. That was on the same album.
Broccoli is shit.
Yeah.
Cat shit and broccoli shit are on the same album.
Yeah. This album is shit.
It's like a scat album. Like a
Scat
Mentalist.
album.
Gigi Allen or something.
Actually, I think you did say he took the chords from what Gigi sung.
Yeah, it was
Your homeboy Alabama
Broccoli
Op
Shit
says
was from Dog Shit.
Brian's here.
Oh yeah, Brian. And then
He sounds cool.
my friend.
yeah, he's got a lame name, but whatever.
Ushy bushy.
Ushy Bushy. What's that one about?
Here, Adrian, say something.
Why?
So real quick, give out your social media to all no one that listens to our show.
Hey, there's 2 or 3 listening right now.
Well,
Do you guys have it? Just give out your social media. We're nothing live stream, but like our podcast and is decent. So.
And we're really popular in Brazil.
oh yeah.
Brazil
and India.
And that's oddly not a lie, and we do not know why.
Don't know why.
No clue
Yeah,
why.
because it's the only place we're liked.
Like-
Other than that, we have 8 listeners.
So I'm gonna go to Rio one day. They're gonna be, Mike, how you doing?
Was that with those beautiful Brazilian gang members?
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me to shut
I
up,
can't
Mike.
wait. I can't wait to go to India, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, it's you."
We're gonna step off the plane in Rio, and they're gonna kidnap us, thinking they're gonna get money out of us.
It is Alon. Alon is here.
We have no money.
Didn't you say they all have abs and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna get you with their abs.
Yeah.
Abs.
Yeah,
Your
this-
ass beat by a set of pecs.
It's true. So what's Ushy Bushy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a song I did not that long ago.
Okay. I haven't heard
Yeah.
that one yet.
So how long have you been playing music? When did you start?
I started like really playing in 5th grade. I don't know how many years
Got him
ago
his
that
first
was.
guitar when he was really young.
Yeah.
So I was always exposed.
I remember when. Yeah, I remember
When he was
yeah.
Neil Young.
Oh,
It's a Brian joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, that made Brian's head hurt. I don't know. If
ouch.
Well, so you've maintained it. You got
Oh,
a good
yeah.
bluesy style. You good with your bends and your leads.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much. I just take pentatonic scales and just rip on them.
That's all you
I have
need.
no idea what I'm doing.
That's the best way.
Oh yeah.
yep.
Yeah, like your dad, he goes and rents a drum set, takes him to grandma's house, puts him in the garage, which he was told not to do. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. She comes home. The garage door flies open, and she's like, "What did I fucking tell you?" And he went. But he didn't ever took a lesson or nothing. Never watched. He just grabbed the drumsticks and started playing.
Of course.
Fuck her.
You hear that, Mom? Hear him?
Probably not the worst thing she's heard.
Yeah.
I mean, she watched a suitcase go through the front window before.
I mean, that's a podcast in itself.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a series of podcasts. We're gonna have to have like 10 sessions here, you know.
Therapy sessions. Childhood trauma.
All right.
You make
Yeah.
me hit you.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I make music. You make me sick. I make music.
What was that from?
That's
Damn, what was that from?
it's
Jason grabbed the
is
mic.
it
and
Alice in
talk.
Chains?
I'm sorry.
Is it Alice in Chains?
You make me sick, I make music, right?
It's one of it's somebody's record.
Yeah, it was.
It's their production. Oh
I need to
man.
hear some Gigi now.
Bite it, you scum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a shit-eating good time. So I can play it for you, Jay. A little bit in the background where you talk about your youthful anger that you had.
Yeah, a lot of. I don't know if it was. I don't think my youthful. I don't think it was youthful anger.
Temple of the Dog.
angst.
That's what it's Temple of the Dog. I knew. I thought it was Cornell.
Was
Off
it?
of
Cornell?
Hunt,
Okay.
I thought it was Cornell.
I know I've heard it before.
Yeah, I did. He got it way quicker.
But yeah, my youthful antics, I think a lot of it were just out of boredom and hypertension, I guess, if that's the word. I just was like, I felt like I was always a fucking bomb ready to go off. And that's how I found my release, doing a lot of the shit that I did.
That was your religion.
Flaming
was.
arrows.
It had to be, you know. Who else does stupid, crazy shit like that?
Hey, what was the flaming arrows?
Hey, I got a bow and arrow, so why don't we light it on fire and
Right?
shoot it at somebody's house?
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it was all about getting myself off, and
Yeah.
that was my release.
Yeah.
Or he'd tie the tennis shoe to the fishing line, cast it over the telephone wires, and then hit the release and drop it down as cars come by, and then yank it back up. Yeah, scared the fuck out
Sorry,
of people.
CKY. We were CKY before you
Oh,
were.
fuck yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, rolling bowling balls down the street at moving cars.
Neil and I were talking about because we were at Kroger, and yesterday the wind was blowing. It was blowing carts into cars.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I remember." He goes, "I remember we just launched one right up into the air with the diplomat, and looked over, and there was a cop." Basically, he said, "Yeah, time for you to go home. If I see you again, you're going to jail."
Oh, that time, I think the one time Neil's talking about, I had the big blue Grand Marquis.
Yeah,
And
that's
it
what.
was-
Yeah,
And it was all snowy.
Yeah.
And I was just doing hella donuts over there where Outback is.
Yep,
now.
yep.
And it was empty parking lot. And you know who the cop was? It was Sean.
that's
It was Sean the cop. He's
Yeah.
like, "What are you guys doing?" And he
He's
knew
like,
we were
"Go home
drinking
now
it.
or you're going
yeah,
to
he
jail."
told me to park the car.
Yeah.
He's like, "Park the car and you guys just walk home." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So we got out of the car, waited a minute. Of course, we jumped
Yeah.
back in it. And
Yeah.
I'm sure went and destroyed something else.
right.
Where was that window that you drove through? You drove the car through that?
Oh, there was bank doors, and then there was also the
bingo
Schaefer,
hall.
the bingo hall.
Yeah.
That was part of the
I
Schaefer
drove
bread
through the-
store. Yeah.
drove the car through the fucking front doors.
What were you thinking when you, seriously?
Again,
We
it
were
was
thinking
just-
it was like, damn, this is taking a minute. Then all of a sudden it just goes, it starts to buckle, and then it goes kakush, and it falls down on top of the car.
Drive away.
Then well, yeah, because they just fall on top of it.
And again, the Diplo.
Yeah, and then you just put it in reverse, and then, you know.
The Diplo was
Yeah,
meant
I mean,
for that.
yeah, you know.
That car came straight from hell. It
Yeah.
was a gift from Satan.
Yes.
That and then hitting the, moving the carts, the shopping carts with the Diplo.
yeah,
That one time I launched it towards 12. I think Neil was there, maybe Paul, and I was racing it, man, maybe 40 miles an hour towards 12 Mile, pushing the shopping cart. Whoa! And it hit the curb. I hit the curb. The car went over the curb. I got stuck.
Yeah, I remember.
I teeter-tottered on the curb, and that cart literally went straight up in the air. It came back down on the hood.
Yeah.
And I had those guys on the outside trying to push me off the curb while I'm trying to rev it off. That was fucking scary, but
Well, my favorite one when we were drunk.
Oh,
and we were flying. Well, I mean, we started
696, right?
But and then we did one at Shops at the Top where we started at the beginning of the parking lot, and because it took it was 0 to 35 in 18 minutes for you to get the Diplo going, and we finally got to the end of the parking lot. We were about where A&P ends, and then you hit the brakes, and that when when the cart hit the wall and it literally just buckled. I mean, it looked like a cartoon. It went.
See, how does that not make anybody laugh?
We couldn't stop it.
Fantastic.
We couldn't even drive. We were laughing so hard.
There's something funny about that shit. It is a release.
Like the metal garbage can in the Ranger. And even though it was really shitty what we did to that dude's hatchback window.
I'm thinking of the time when we were out looking for something at 3 a.m. and we ended up at that trailer park over by Hazel Park in my big blue Merc. Right, we were flying back to this side of town on 696 and got stopped by that state police, that big black state police cop. I just got to mention, yes, he was a big black state police cop.
He was.
That makes it more intimidating. And you know what though, he was super cool. Of course, all my shit was not legit, licensed. Everything was expired, suspended, whatever it was. And when he fucking came back to the car and he just said, "I'm taking your car. You guys start walking." I was like, "Yes, sir. Thank you."
Yeah.
We could take the car and we walked up the hill, but we still had what we were looking for, though. Still.
Yeah, he didn't check us for
still
none
had our
of that.
shit, and we
because normally, a normal cop would go, "Well, now we're gonna frisk you and everything."
No, pockets were still full. And didn't we call Lori? Who came and picked us up? Lori Stalker?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lori.
Yeah.
You saved me a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, thank you for not frisking us, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably just like, we'll let him have what he's got in his pants,
He looked at us, was like, "Yeah, these kids have had it rough enough in life. I can't do that. It's just beating a dead horse at this point." Right?
Yeah. And then
Kicking a dead dog.
That car got stolen.
So give it
in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give a quick shout out to our boys, Warmonger, Kojak. What's up, guys?
Man, I couldn't believe how much Bob talked over you guys last week.
we were joking.
It was insane.
We
Someone's talking over you guys.
We told Bob's lieutenant, because his lieutenant colonel from the Army called. We're like, Bob loves him some Bob, and we know it.
Yeah.
And he'll let you know that we know it.
I was just joking, Bob.
No, it's fine, Bob. We love you, brother.
Hoorah.
More than one car stolen?
Yes.
well,
you
there
were.
was
You remember your purse was in the Caprice.
Yeah.
That was the carjacking, but
The
essentially,
Caprice was stolen. I'm sorry.
because you were inside, and Paul was in the car, right?
The Marquis got stolen
Out in your
and
back.
that's
That was in the
outside.
parking lot.
Then that's why I bought the Caprice off of Johnny.
Yeah.
Off of the Terry's neighbors there. What was their name? Wheatley.
Yeah.
The Wheatleys.
Because I remember
Wheatley,
you were
you got
at
it,
the
Mike.
apartment. You were at the apartment, and you were like, I'm watching the football. There was a football game on, and you hear the car start.
I
and you're
heard
like,
my car get
You're
stolen.
like, that sounded like my car.
But I kind of didn't think twice. I'm like, because I lived on Gratiot. I heard that
Yeah.
shit all the time. But
Yeah.
an hour or so later, or whatever it was, I had to go get more alcohol. And I went to go to the party store, went downstairs. Boom, my shit was gone. And I knew right there, hearing that sound an hour
Yep.
previous, that was my car that went, took off.
And then a year and a half later,
I think somebody stole that car that lived on that street. They wanted that 460 Windsor out of that car.
Well, remember,
Yeah, we'll
it was
take them,
like
Mikey, thank you.
It was like a year and a half later. Me and Johnny were downtown at bankruptcy court because that lady smashed into his Fury and he was trying to get money out of her. I'm like, this is stupid. You're not, But anyway, regardless of that, we were driving, and what did we see? Two guys driving the Merc.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, no, it was his because it still had the hood ornament. You know what hood ornament?
skull.
The skull. There it was. And the plate was just bent down, just bent over and like folded in half so you couldn't see it. Two young black guys just cruising along with it. I'm like, and Johnny's like, should we follow him? I go, no, we should go that way.
No,
the other
take
way.
the car. Take
Yeah.
Yeah,
a different
we should
way.
go the other way, like back towards the city.
But yes, then the
towards
Caprice got
suburbs.
stolen.
Yeah,
So I
that
bought
was,
the Caprice because the Merc got stolen.
and that was when you ran into the store. Paul was in the car.
It was literally
That
almost,
dude jumped in and said, "Get the fuck out of the car!"
I was at your apartment.
And then Paul like was standing inside. He's like standing in the 7-Eleven
because it was cut off. It was 2 a.m. It
Yeah.
was about to be what do you
Yeah.
call it?
Yeah, they were getting ready to cut out the alcohol.
Yeah, you couldn't buy alcohol, so we raced up to fucking 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Me and Paul, and I left Paul in the car with the car running like we would always do. I'm like, of course, here, Paul, hold my drink. And I'm in the store. I'm like, okay, it's like 1:58, 1:59. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. I'm in line. You can't deny me, And then Paul comes walking in. It's busts in the 7-Eleven. Dude, I'll never forget it. He's standing at the front door. He goes, someone just took your ride. And I'm thinking, what? No. And I look down, and Paul's standing there with a straight-up open 40-ouncer. I'm like, yeah, he's not lying at this
He
point.
wouldn't walk in with
This
you.
is no joke. I'm not on a TV show. So the lady, awesome, dude. That short little lady at 7-Eleven, instantly, dude, got on the fucking phone, called the police. I'm still standing there in awe.
Yeah.
And she's already on the phone with the cops. And then they catch that motherfucker.
Were you able to buy the beer?
And why was it that
Yeah.
they caught? Was it? You want to know the reason? Because Jay never put more than $5 in gas in his car.
That bitch was on E, so I knew he
The
wasn't
bitch
going
was
far.
on straight up E.
And it
He
didn't-
got to 8 Mile, but barely 8 Mile, and that fucking thing ran out of gas.
And my purse was in the car.
Yeah.
And, like he didn't search the car,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah,
because he
and I
wasn't
used to,
out there.
I used to always say this. I go, dude, why don't you ever put any gas in your fucking car? And then I just remember him going, yeah, he ran out of gas because I never put gas in my car.
When we pulled up to 7-Eleven, he was acting like he was on the payphone. I think he was waiting for the right car.
Yeah, right.
And the dude
You
ended up-
picked the wrong car.
He
You
was
picked-
related to the people on the other side of the block from my mom, that chick, and I forget their name.
Oh yeah, I
That
remember.
one chick, yeah. And then in court, we went to court, and his dumb ass, he's sitting there in the county blues, and he looks over at me and Paul, and he mouths the words. He goes, "You guys were drinking too." I'm like, "Yeah, but I didn't steal a fucking car."
Yeah, right.
Come on, dude. So.
Yep.
I wonder what happened to that dude. I do believe he was a big time junkie. He was trying to obviously get to Detroit. That's where he was trying to go.
Good, yeah.
He almost made it.
Almost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
fucker
kind of
straight
feel
up-
like he
the
was
fucker
somebody
straight
that
up ran out
he
of
never
gas.
turned his life around at this point. If he is alive, he's
Yeah, right.
got to be doing worse than me, which is I'm bottom of the barrel. He's got to be under the barrel,
His barrel went over the fucking waterfall.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
that was fun. That was interesting. And what car did I get after that?
Wasn't it that white one?
The white Pontiac 6000.
Yeah, with the
I've had a lot of cars, dude.
that one. Yeah.
I've had a lot
Wait,
of fucking cars.
Wait, did you have the Grand Prix before?
Yeah,
Grand Prix was before the Merc, or was it after?
I think that was before the Merc.
It was. But remember, that it had already been broken into and like tried to get stolen because.
It was still a very nice looking car.
We
It was,
didn't.
what,
He never.
81.
He never used the key to start it. It was just the little.
Because the old man I bought it from, somebody had stolen it from him.
Yeah,
so
he
the
had to-
ignition column was busted.
Yeah,
up.
so he had to push it in to start the bitch.
So anybody
but-
could steal a car from me anytime
yeah,
they wanted.
Yeah,
I had a marquee like that.
that's where not the fucking
Not a
pizza
grand
side
marquee,
came.
just a marquee.
That's where it came from.
And I had to use a screwdriver to hit the tumblers and just get
Yep,
started.
yep.
Anybody could just take my car.
Absolutely. I was too fucking lazy and I didn't know about cars.
Oh,
back then,
yeah,
so I
that
wasn't
blue one?
about
Yeah.
to-
Yeah, I
Try to
remember
fix
that.
So I'm gonna tell a story.
It's a good one.
So, the internet. We said the internet and stuff, but my wife wanted.
Yeah,
wanted
some people had
adult movies.
Yeah.
So I went to an adult movie store in 8 Mile to buy some DVDs.
Those old places you used to go to, right?
Yeah.
To get
Yeah.
your porn.
And I
Peep
go
show.
in there, I grab some stuff, I go back out to the car, and
the guy at the car was like, Jesus Christ.
and I could not get the key into the ignition. Like it would not go in. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I tried for like 45 minutes. I call him and he happened to be home from work. He drove up there. He's like, yeah, the tumbler collapsed or something like
Yeah.
that. So he popped the ignition out of it, and from that day forward, from the porno store, I had to start
Dude,
my car.
I was
But
probably
you actually popped the ignition
yeah,
out?
but I was probably the safest person for him to call, and he was lucky that
Where
I
was
had.
it at?
Oh, it was
8
straight
Mile
up
near Shaner.
8 and Shaner,
Which
man.
isn't terrible, but at any
No,
given
but I
point,
mean,
it
yeah.
would turn instantly
But
terrible.
think about
Players-
like if
Players
you would have
right there.
called, like pretty much anybody else, they would have like totally. He would have been
honest-
totally ripped
the
on
next
at
person
least.
would have been him, but he wouldn't have known how to get the ignition
And that's
out.
what Al has very limited to no mechanical aptitude.
Which is more than me.
Listen to
That's
this
what I'm
fuck.
getting at.
Jack's calling you a liar.
So for him to actually, I'm super impressed that he did that for you in that
He
car.
actually,
I'm
I have
actually
no,
proud of him.
just because I never wanted to work on shit, he thinks I have no aptitude on doing it.
He's still
Hey
got
guys,
more
can
man.
you all do me a favor for 1 second?
Yeah.
I got to ask her something.
Yep.
When a bunch of old people talk about when we weren't gross and pathetic, How boring is it still to you to hear this? How is your soul leaving your body at the boredom?
Or is it okay because you get to hear shit about your parents and everything?
Or do you want to hear dirt about your father?
You like the stories.
I love stories that.
Be honest. Don't
that he
don't
tells me.
don't lie, kid.
I know Andrew loves the stories. I don't know about you, so it's
You
a legit
guys-
question.
On a scale of 1 to lame, what are you thinking?
I mean,
Are we a
Like,
lame 0.4?
taking out my dad, you guys are really lame.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, because you got to go home with him.
well,
No,
he
he's
was
definitely
where he
cooler than
did,
us.
Like, he was crazy.
Yeah, he was.
So it's more interesting.
He was
to
crazy a
listen
little bit
to.
too, but me and Mike didn't do shit.
I did a lot of the things
Al
with
was
him.
involved with a lot of,
Yes.
But when you're saying
the
lame,
dude-
I get it with the two of us.
Yeah, the
That's
projects.
fine.
Yes, yes.
Fart bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like back in my day.
I should be in prison.
You have a loyal kid. I tried to get her to throw you under the bus. She wouldn't do it.
She can't because at this point I'm still fucking awesome. I still do crazy shit.
He's
that
not
turns
wrong.
people on.
Not
Am I
true.
wrong?
Not true.
I entertain you, right? I still
Yeah.
do antics that entertain the shit out of you guys. You can be truthful. I'm
Yeah.
just asking you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. I
like that one
mean,
time you put a dick on the neighbor's car.
dude, that was great.
That was recent.
Yes,
That was recent. Did you see the pics
Oh yeah.
of your dick?
Yeah.
Was it a dick pic?
Dick pics.
I took a piece of cardboard and I drew a very beautiful, might I add,
Yeah, it
penis that
Veiny.
was about
Yep, it was.
That was- I
it
have
was
a
very
picture here.
large, very veiny.
just,
It was
just a week
it
or
was
two
beautiful.
ago, and I taped it
Yeah.
on the back of my neighbor's
How long
car.
did it last?
Well, by that later that night, it was off. I'm
Uh-huh.
sure he drove around at least half the day with it on there, that giant
that's
dong.
beautiful.
And that's my new thing now is putting penises on people's
And
cars.
you like this neighbor apparently.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right for brother. He's my N-word. And that's why I kind of did it to him.
Now, does he know? Does he know that this?
Oh yeah.
Right? I mean, it's pretty nice, isn't it? Here, Mike,
is.
did you see this?
Look at that dick, Mike.
On the back here. And that's about a foot and a half wide.
That's a
give or
big
take.
dick.
It's a big,
Now,
hard, throbbing dick.
Does he know that this was
He
you?
doesn't know who did it. I mean, he hasn't confronted me about it.
Okay.
I'm sure he knows who did it.
I would think
knows
he
you
would
at all.
know.
Have you spoke to him since the event?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, because he's a drunk. He comes in and out all times of the night. But
Yeah.
but see, again, at my age, I still do shit that does what? Gets me off. It
Yep.
makes
Right,
me
right.
giggle. It makes me giggle, and that's all I really.
That's what it's all about.
if you can't live off the misfortune of others,
I'm
why-
sorry.
you can't live.
It might sound like a fucking cold-hearted prick, but that's my release, man. That's my release. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah.
But you like the stories of me and Al talking about, and Paul, and me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, other than this, I have absolutely nothing anymore.
No.
Because I gave up drugs and alcohol and
And I'm
all
fine
the fun
with it.
shit.
I'm fine with you being absolutely nothing, dude.
Yeah, I
still
mean,
love you.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Though I mean, I'm in a definitely it's better for me. But yeah, this is it. This is what I look forward to all
So you
week.
guys are has-beens.
Yeah.
Me and Brian are never was's.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm kind of cool with being a has-been.
I'm all right.
At some
That
point
means
you realize,
that means I've been something.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm good with it.
When I start to get down and think, damn, man, I'm middle aged. What's going on? But I look around, I'm thinking, I forgot all the people that we know are
Yeah.
our age and are dealing with the same type of shit.
Oh, yeah.
But they're just not as awesome as I am.
I look at it this way. I'm just that middle aged guy that wears rock shirts every day and
Oh, yeah.
doesn't give a fuck.
No, you're right. Like most of the time, I don't give a shit what I
Yeah.
look like if I haven't showered for who
Why?
knows how long. The beard,
Yeah.
not trimming it properly. I got nobody to impress, dude.
Yeah.
No.
You never go out in the sun, obviously.
No. Well, if I do, there's no shorts going on these legs. Are you kidding? She's already making fun of me, and I had pants on.
The only time I go out in the sun is when I have to go to court. That's it, dude.
Fucking.
When I'm in
Yeah,
handcuffs.
I mean, with shorts on, you see the patches.
Oh, patches. There we go.
Yeah.
My hair never grew right.
Oh.
So there's like a bunch on one side here and then nothing on
Yeah.
this side.
No,
and
I got the same exact thing going on.
Everything.
Yeah, is that a family thing?
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
That's a
that's pretty
family
much.
issue,
Yeah, because I'm
patches?
pretty sure Dad's the same way.
Yeah,
So
see, I got some over here now.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older,
Now the back.
But Brian and Dad
puberty
with a
find-
fat beard though.
The back
Yeah.
is a totally different story. I never had back hair. Now I've got tons of it all over the place.
Dude, I'm in the same boat.
All
Like,
over.
where'd that shit come from? That was never there.
Yeah, it's not. There's no patches. It's just all the way down.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
remarkably unhairy.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot, but I have more than I ever did.
I've like 8-year-old forever.
Yeah, this shit
like
just
keep
started a
getting
couple years
fatter.
ago.
The back hair.
Yeah.
Dolphin smooth.
Yeah.
Mike's just dolphin
And
smooth.
it happens to everybody.
Well, like
dude.
the girls at work, like, do you shave your legs? I'm like, no. Like, you look at your shit because I wear shorts. I'm like, I don't shave my legs. They're like, look at
You're just nice and sheen.
I go,
I don't shave my
that's probably a circulation issue.
fuck
Blood
no,
flow isn't correct.
Fuck no, I don't shave my legs. I use Nair.
Yeah, nair that shit. Shave.
Shaving
What's
bumps.
what-
Maybe the alcohol killed those arteries years ago, Mike.
Yeah.
Me and Bob are they always are. Fuck you.
Or they always are.
What?
Because we're like the never was and the has been.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like we're the always are. Fuck off.
Bikerfinger for life.
That's right. Synthoid rapists unite.
So what's up, Rubik's crew? It's supposed to be about you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here for you. Enough about us.
Yeah,
Andrew,
yeah.
I know you like the story.
Yeah,
What's your favorite story?
about the old dudes anytime we
My favorite story.
I was in Maui back in '84. There was this beautiful Hawaiian chick.
When I was hanging out with the dad, babe.
Yeah.
Ugh, don't hang out with the
Family
dead.
voice.
Fuck
There's
the Grateful
so many
Dead.
good ones.
If we had Paul here too, I mean, that would round out
Let's
the
not.
So
storytelling.
now there's a
Do that.
there's a video you filmed, Andrew, like
Yeah.
literally right by my work, like
Oh,
right
yeah.
there, because you're like looking ominously into an empty
Right,
field.
right.
Over your right shoulder the other way, and I won't dox you or me, is my work.
Yeah, that was just for another video we did. It was I wanted it was that video was supposed to make no sense. Yeah, remember for the assassin.
Then you went to the daycare center or whatever that
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't intending
That's the
to
piss
scare
spot,
you.
right?
Yes, the piss spot. There was a trailer there. Me and Adrian
The
would
piss spot.
ride our bikes.
Pool trailer, so they know.
Yeah, me and Adrian would ride our.
Closed pool trailer.
The piss spot.
Give her the mic.
Piss
Take the
pump.
mic. Take it.
So
Piss pump.
you guys would go there and hang out.
Yeah, I used to
Scurvy.
go there and like skate and stuff, and I really had to pee, but I didn't want to go back home and then have to go back. And we're like, wait, there's a trailer. So
you-
I don't remember if you broke in or if it was just open.
It was an enclosed tool trailer.
So he,
bucket in there.
yeah, he opened it and there was a bucket in there. With,
Now there's a bucket of piss.
Mike, that building, right, Mikey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
there's a bucket, and I'm like, Andrew, close the door. It's
Knock when you're done.
so.
That's my girl.
There's a-
I
so when
I
somebody
took
goes
a
and
piss in
visits,
the
they're gonna get a
bucket.
bucket of piss.
I took a piss in the bucket and we just left it there. We
Nice.
didn't dump it out
Of
or
course.
anything.
Did you even dump it?
No,
You ever pee in it again?
I think Andrew did.
I pissed it once.
Let it age.
That's
Let it age.
Hey, I broke
piss.
into your fucking trailer.
Like cheese.
That's as bad as pissing on someone's bed.
Yeah.
But that's how they're
Wait.
hardcore. I
Yeah, yeah,
you'll be
right.
Doing like me, you'll shit when you need to. Where?
I got a question. Just who pissed on someone's bed?
Oh, that's happened.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Now you're making me think back.
That's Wednesday.
Old fart man.
Wait, Mike, who pissed in the dresser drawer?
Nice.
Was that Matt that told us that story?
I think
What?
No.
Pissing in a dresser
Matt,
drawer?
Matt,
Dude,
okay.
my
I gotta
my
be
buddy
careful
Norm
with this.
did that
It was
at his house. The guy who owned Mother's, he did that at his house. His wife woke up and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he was pissing into the drawer. He was so drunk.
Man, I thought it was or Matt told us a story about.
That's
somebody
okay.
Like
I
that.
did it.
It was about
I
a-
did it just at somebody's house. I didn't even know these people. We were partying and everybody passed out, and I was straight up had the door open to this spare bedroom, and I was just pissing all over the fucking brand new carpeting.
Oh
I can
man.
admit I've never pissed myself or anything in pass out mode.
No.
Thankfully.
No, I just always I've been so drunk that I thought I was in the toilet and just pissed. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Matt was telling a story. Somebody got up. They thought they were in, like, they passed out drunk really bad. When they woke up, they walked over to what they thought was their bathroom, but not realizing they were in something else. They pissed in their closet.
It was his younger sister.
That's
whoever it was. They pissed in their closet.
I've seen that happen. I've seen
Bob Smith pee stories.
Dude, I was at a party once, and there was a girl straight up drunk as hell. Got up, she walked right over to a laundry basket in the corner and started pissing.
That's
Thought
the
she
one
was
you
in-
marry,
Like
bro.
a cat.
That's the one you marry.
I did go out with her for a minute.
you
Of course you did.
Did you go there out pee in my mouth?
You remember?
Nah, I don't like that
Remember
stuff.
up in the
I
apartment?
want the ammonia.
Danzig. You remember Danzig next door?
Yeah, yeah.
Remember when
he hung out with? Yeah, he lived with hey man, you partying?
Oh yeah, he did. And we were doing the drink off, wild turkey, right? It was daylight at this point. We had all been partying all night, and
that
we were
horrible.
thinking we were tough, going shot for shot. And I remember doing wild turkey, and I fully remember just dropping. I just collapsed on the fucking floor there because I was done. And Tanya and them took me to the hospital because I was laying there foaming at the mouth. And shit. I remember waking up in the hospital going, what? And they had me
Foaming at the
strapped.
mouth.
I was
Yep.
handcuffed to the bed, I don't remember anything of them taking me there or what happened. And I'm wondering why the nurse was treating me kind of shitty, too. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, just take this.
Was it the charcoal?
Yeah, it might have been.
'Cause I know
don't
there was a few
remember.
times that
a few times
the
there was
charcoal
stump.
stories.
Pump
Kids
the
don't know
stomach.
those stories.
Yeah, yeah.
But
charcoal.
yeah, then they finally released me. They're like, "Are you all right now?" I'm like, "I guess." Is there any wild turkey left?
Well,
Yeah.
Jay, one thing I remember about you very vividly.
Okay.
All the time when you would drink, you were quite the one to show us your birthday suit.
Oh,
You were-
no, you know what? I do it sober.
He didn't even have to be drunk.
He would be like he would
Here you-
just
oh
he would
my
just,
God,
he would
no.
just plop it out like, Jay, what are you doing?
When
He'd like
I-
chase you, like, get away from me.
When I worked at Shell, all the people cruising Gratiot, he'd be like, "Yeah, it's time to," and he'd just drop trowel. He would just walk around without pants on, like in the parking lot.
Yeah, these plumbing
That did
guys.
not matter.
Frank would show us plumbing to people too.
Frank got us kicked out of a party because he showed us plumbing.
Yeah, Frank whipped his dick out, and the whole party wanted to jump us because of Frank.
Yeah,
And
because
God, the fear of the dick is so powerful.
I know it is.
because the guy's dad was there. This old man was at the party and said, "It's like this guy over here showing us plumbing," and we laughed at it because he said plumbing.
Right, sure.
And we laughed, and they're like, "You disrespected his dad." And one guy was a cop, and he put my arm behind my back. Was trying to,
Yeah, he tried to.
So I had
he
the-
chicken wing Brian.
so I had beer in my hand, and I was like, "Ha!" and threw it on him.
yeah, Brian did the bitch move like this.
It's not my dick, man. It's not my dick.
And
It ain't my dick.
then the guy's like, "Oh, we
Oh,
shouldn't
God.
get you out." He tried to apologize to us a few weeks later. I don't think I've.
But see what I mean? See the power, how much power the dick has?
Yeah, it was crazy.
real,
Well,
dude.
It was all Frank's fault.
Well, the funny thing is, there's more to that story. I found out why that whole crowd was against us.
No.
Why?
Remember Marty?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Marty's like, I know why they were like all after you and mad and everything. I'm like, what happened? Because we knew Marty somewhat. I wasn't close to Marty then.
No.
We kind of knew him. But Marty said, he goes, there was some girl there that was hot and blonde. He goes, I totally went. He goes, there's a creepy move because Marty was sober for years. He goes, but when I was drunk, I was an animal. He went to grab her. He goes, I went to grab this girl's ass like the creep that I was, and my finger went in her.
Oh.
Like it went in her through her like clothes. And he goes, so they were all like primed to kill anyone that like, and that's why that all happened. And then Frank, so they thought we were the biggest like exhibitionist creeps.
Yeah, you guys were all
like, and here I didn't know any of this is going on. I didn't know Frank was whipping it out.
pedophiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they think we're there to just rape everybody.
That's
Apparently,
Mike- Mike asked the question, like if how come there's with bands that play with all the effects and the pedals and stuff, why there hasn't been a band called the Pedal Files?
That story of Mikey, you guys being a bunch of rapists, it makes me think of Pulp Fiction when the guy's like, hey, Zib, Spider caught a couple flies.
Shit.
It was all just your dick's fault.
Yeah, Warmonger says I need to talk about him because I'm not He's not here to talk about himself.
Where's the remote?
We need our monitors.
There we go.
Yeah, I knew the power of nudity. I learned that a long time ago, and I use it to
Oh,
my
yeah.
advantage, dude.
Dude.
It will fuck people
That
up.
shit.
Right? You can ruin someone's day.
That goes back to what I'm talking. When I was a toddler, I used to like my mom outside. I'd be outside playing, and bam, my mom'd have to. I'd be playing with the kids. My mom's like, "Damn it, he took his clothes off
You
again."
know? I mean, it ain't nothing special, nothing
Nope.
to brag about.
No.
It's just the power behind
Yep.
it, man. It's
Makes
very
everybody
powerful.
a little uncomfortable.
It sure the fuck does.
Yep.
It does.
It don't matter to me.
Put a tattoo, like
Andrew put a tattoo on.
right on his butt cheeks, like right in the middle. He's like, so every time I shit, stop. Every time he shits, it spreads the tattoo.
I remember that.
I don't remember. Wasn't it like Spider-Man or something?
Spider-Man would spread his arms or something every time.
Frank, I'm sorry to you guys, but there's no room for you here. We have to put you guys in the roof and give you a microphone.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
We don't have any extra mics, anyways.
Yeah,
No, we don't. Yeah.
I don't have enough mics for what's going on now.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's true. We don't have any backup mics.
Yeah.
Just put a blue Yeti in front of
Hey,
them.
Blue
about
Yeti.
to
All right.
bounce.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we gotta go.
You don't have to go. No, you came here. You infiltrate.
My mom home alone that long.
Yeah.
Oh, your mom?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, she could be gone any
Yeah.
minute.
You don't
yeah.
infiltrate me and
Is
then
that
leave.
like
I know,
Macaulay
right? We
Culkin? You
penetrated
can't
you,
like
Mike.
Home Alone. Ah!
She's going to set a bunch of traps
That's
for you
how I
guys.
do
when
it,
you're
She
gone.
gonna set a bunch of
Penetrate.
traps. Are Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern on their way to your house right now?
The wet bandits. Look what you did, you little jerk.
Yeah, is that what his name was? Daniel Stern, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that dude. He's funny.
Yeah,
He's funny.
yeah.
For sure. we always laugh about the part when he's laying there going, Harry.
Yeah.
They're leaking.
They're leaking.
Marv and Harry, right? Was that
Marvin, yeah.
Yep.
The wet
yeah.
bandits.
The Wet Bandits. Yep.
Fuck yeah, I want to watch some Home Alone now.
Hell yeah.
I think that's a classic that'll never die.
Sticky
you know?
Bandits.
Oh,
Sticky
yeah.
Bandits. With
There's-
Sticky Bandits.
Yeah, they became the sticky bandits. That's right.
So, before we go to our break, if you guys are going to leave, what song of yours you going to play during the break while you're leaving?
Ushy Bushy.
Do I
Yeah.
have it? I don't.
Yeah, well,
Do I have an Ushy Bushy?
Get it on
well,
YouTube?
can
It's
you-
just on
can
YouTube.
you email it to him.
I don't have it.
It's on their channel.
You don't have it on
Can-
your phone. You'd have to pull it up on the channel, Mike.
It's a short
Hold
song.
on.
What about like broccoli shit?
That's
Broccoli
it's
shit.
not the song. It's the YouTube.
What about the one you're working on today?
Oh, that one.
The song, is that one done?
That
Yeah, I
was
don't
to
have
get
it
me
here,
out of trouble.
Mhm. So Adrian's was in a bit of trouble today because
With the law?
we got the report card came home.
I just sent you a
Report
message,
card.
Mike.
The report
know.
card.
And me of all people should not be judgmental when it comes to grades. You know?
Yeah, you should. What you do is
Hypocrite
different.
Like a motherfucker.
You're you.
But it's my daughter. You know,
Yeah.
I got to make sure she does her best, and she didn't do her best. And so she's been on a bit of a punishment. So she's been trying to do things like paint the house. She put a new roof on. Doing everything she could to. And then when she's done, she's like, "Can I be out of trouble now? Can I be out of trouble now?" Like,
Still
all
fucking
day,
grounded.
you know. And so to the point of apparently
So-
they wrote a song for me. They wrote a song for me today, like hoping that that's the key to getting off trouble
I got you.
and being, you know.
So, what?
I don't know.
How bad was
I
this
haven't heard it
grade?
yet, so-
How bad was this grade that you got?
I had 1 F and 2 D.
What?
Unacceptable.
Are you acting out? Is there a problem here?
I do believe it's the same ADD symptoms that I have. You know, just that it's hard to sit.
Well,
in a room
look,
and
Does she have a
When somebody
0.0
barks at you.
GPA?
a what?
Does she have a 0.0 GPA?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. He did. He had like a 0.1 GPA.
Schools are nothing
Yeah.
but indoctrination centers. You don't need. All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go into
like
my personal-
I mean, I at least accumulated credits in high school. He didn't.
Yeah, for 3 years of high school, I think I might have had 1 credit.
Maybe.
How do you get a D in art?
Because I don't
I'll ask-
turn assignments in.
I'll
I
ask
d- I
Donovan
didn't
when I get
turn
home because he did
assignments
too.
in.
Yeah.
I got too lazy and I didn't do my work.
I think he might have got to a C minus.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And that,
You really
Daddy,
you
all I
gotta really
ask is
build that
C's,
grade up
just
in
pass,
art.
right?
I mean, fuck math, fuck all that shit. But art.
So when your parents are getting on you, you got to be like, "Why you mad?
Why you mad?
Why you mad, yo?"
Well, you
I'm
don't.
your dad.
you know?
It's my job.
I mean, you don't have to do summer school or anything because you're 8th grade, right? So you aren't high school credits yet.
Yeah.
Like Donovan's
Yeah.
going to senior year. He's got to do
Next year,
Summer
it
school
will
for it.
matter, right?
for his
At
English
least I
and
wasn't kicked out of
geometry.
every middle school in the county.
So,
Yeah, because they just finished out the year as virtual, and he's just like,
next year your grades will count, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
High
did,
school
and we let
starts
him
next year.
choose to do it, and I was like, at the end, I was like, we shouldn't have done that. But
Go ahead, Bryce. Sorry.
oh, you're good.
She knows. It's like she's in high school cheer now,
Yeah.
and the cheer team does not fuck around. You have to have good grades, passing grades, or they will. The ladies told us.
Or you're booted.
That's straight
You're
up.
out.
That's like the sport. If you
Sports,
play sports,
exactly.
yeah.
So
Oh, you do. So you at the high school cheer?
yeah,
Oh, Haley's on the team.
Who now?
Haley. Haley. She's like this big.
Yeah, you think I know that person?
No,
No.
do you?
She's captain.
She's the captain.
She's the captain.
For Roseville?
Yeah.
who is Haley?
It's one of our friends' daughters.
Oh, okay, all right.
She's the captain.
She'll be one of the captains.
Well,
next-
she's the JV, so the 9th graders and shit.
Oh, okay.
you know.
So yeah, okay. She's varsity captain.
Exactly.
So you may not know her.
Right.
Never mind.
Junior varsity practice together though. So.
Well, she's not. She will be the captain in her senior year, which is next year.
Oh, but you said earlier, I don't think you know.
Oh, you're trying to piss me off, aren't you?
that's-
You really are.
You're pissing me off.
You're grounded.
Yeah, you're grounded.
You can reshingle the house all you want.
I hold the ultimate power.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Mom does. I'm one step below that, so.
Hey, just
but
like
I'm still
Gigi.
up there.
Just like Gigi, I am the highest power.
You want the lawn cut?
No, that's his job. This useless fuck over here.
You guys don't have a septic tank or field or anything, so she can't clean any of that shit.
No, right,
Yeah.
right.
I'll work
I
on
can make you clean the cat litter box with no gloves or anything in.
Oh yeah, straight up.
I can plug the toilet up, make you unplug it. Anyway, you guys going to break?
Yeah, we're gonna play a song.
We're gonna play a song.
You got it, Mike?
I got it.
All right, we're going to hear, what is it, Ushy Bushy by the
Ushy
Rubik's
Bushy.
Crew.
Rubik's Crew.
Thanks for
And
having
gu-
us. Thanks for letting
and
us
gu-
barge in.
and guys,
Thanks for coming on the
Thanks
show.
Thanks for playing along. We're gonna have a good time tonight.
We'll post.
and give your the channel Dungeon Craft 113.
YouTube channel is Dungeon Craft 113, and the Rubik's Crew Instagram is just the Rubik's Crew.
All right, you guys were awesome.
We'll
Thanks for being good
We'll
sports.
post some links in the episode description.
All right.
Yeah, I'll have to add you on my Instagram. I didn't know you were.
And
on
we're gonna
Instagram.
take a break.
All right.
I would add you, but I never go on Instagram.
When I eat food, it's machine. When I drink, she is machine. When I flirt, cum is machine. Everything I do is machine. Machine. That shit machine. Tell your granddad that shit machine. Not a machine's, I'm talking machine. Not like the pews, that fucking shit is machine. That shit is yummy when I stick it in my tummy. Then I shit it out like it's honey. It's mushy like easy money. I'm ripping 100 farts. It made me brain dead. It smells like modern art. The tale of Sheba She. The Sheba She Daddy.
Cruising through the high school parking lot, saw this little girl, she was looking kinda hot. So I said to the girl, get in the car with me. Said I like your car, is it a Fury 3? Stomped on the gas and I hit first gear, hoping like hell there was a motel near. Her luscious little body was on my mind. Thought to myself, I'm gonna get her from behind. So we threw down here and we threw down there, and I threw her metal ass right down the stairs. She said, I got this little problem sucking other guys' nuts. I said, that's okay, I got a thing of my own. For giving underage girls a taste of my bone. My life's so fucked up, but it's all I can see. Guess I'll take my chances with HIV. Me and that girl are still together today. I don't care who she blows as long as I'm getting laid. You know it's happened before. She tells me stop right here. She jumps out of the car and sucks the nuts right off a goddamn deer. Say it AM, best get your shit loaded. You know what time it is. It's time to get fat, guy.
It's 8 a.m., we got to roll out. Gotta get fat, gotta get the hell out. We got to install this infinity, then go to Baker, are you kidding me? Working all day with just a two-man crew. How much work you expect a nigga to do? Doing everything that we can, all because of a douchebag salesman. Yeah. Here we go. My tool accounts at $2,000 for a couple of channel locks. Damn. The next time that you see my tool bag is at the pawn shop sitting next to Brad's. I can't buy tools, make a minimum wage. I look in the mirror, all I see's a white slave. It feels like I'm working all week for free. Working for a living ain't working out for me. The service techs cry when they work late. My boyfriend's upset, we had a mandate. He can go get the KY off the shelf. He's a big boy, he can jack off himself. Doing man's work is what you see. Try doing installs for a week. Then you'll see what it's all about. We'll chew your ass up and fucking spit you out. Yeah, you can't hang with installs, you know what's up. No, yeah. I gotta give a shout out to the installation department. What up? You my dogs. See, we ain't just installers, we're straight up ballers. We're gonna hack your shit in and go on vacation. So we don't give a fuck about any violations. Are we gonna blow out the old line set? Shit, you can blow it out your ass. You're lucky we even showed the fuck up today. We lay down rugs and cover our boots just cause.
All right, we're back. Radio Underground. That's the beauty of the show. We're borderline podcast, borderline IRL stream where people just show up because it's my house and
we're borderline. We do whatever the fuck we want.
It's like a variety show. You never know.
Think about how pathetic everyone we know is that I'm the center point of the hanging out.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Yeah,
because I'm like antisocial, lame, mad at the world, depressed.
Yeah,
but I'm your guy. Really?
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
But I give hope to all the other losers, right?
You're kind of like Jesus.
Give hope to. We're giving hope to simps.
Yeah. I thought about this the other day. This is
Simpin
how
ain't easy.
You know how like you'll be sitting there and you'll just think of stuff that doesn't make any fucking sense, and like you'll start really thinking about it. If you came up with a simp who's really stupid, would it be a simple simp or a simp or a simpleton simp?
A double SS, an SS soldier.
Call him an SS. He's the SS.
He's an SS soldier.
A simple simp.
A pure thunderbolt.
Just that's kind of shit. I'm just driving down the street. I'm like, what would you call a stupid simp? A simple simp? And that's the next 10 minutes of my life is just thinking about that.
Well,
or like
what if you're the kid of a simp? Are you a simp son?
Oh my god. What if you're a girl?
See, I wanted to actually talk about that.
Girls don't count.
Because I see that word thrown around, simp,
all the time.
And it's like, dude, merely acknowledging that a woman's good looking, like, oh my god, she's beautiful. You fucking simp. You're gonna send her a bunch of money. Like, no, I'm not subscribed to her OnlyFans and sending her money. I just made
I just acknowledged that
she's
she is
attractive.
Yeah.
Since our whole species is propagated around fucking the top genetics, I did notice that the super hot chick, I want to fuck her, yeah. So I guess that makes me a simp now.
Is finding somebody attractive makes you a simp?
I guess, yeah.
Huh.
So if you go like, oh my god, look at her, she's beautiful, and you put it on a comment, you fucking simp, why don't you just no. You're not a simp until you send them a bunch of money and you get nothing in return. That makes you a simp.
Yeah. And defending them no matter what.
You're defending their bad choices.
What's it called? White knight. White knighting.
No, white knighting and simping, true simping and white knighting is a bad thing. We all agree.
Yeah.
Like you defend them no matter how, whatever.
Yeah.
But don't, you can't just like, oh my God, I really think that pick a girl, Jennifer Lawrence, she's an attractive lady.
Yeah.
Simp!
Yes, I do.
I concur.
Okay, I'm not sending her money,
Well, why would you have to send Jennifer Lawrence money?
True. Yeah, I know.
I know what you mean.
Can I send her money?
I want her to send me money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say things. Oh, when we were coming inside, you mentioned Britney Spears shit.
Yeah.
That shit's bonkers, man.
Yeah, it is.
Well, her dad owns her, as any father should.
Yeah.
But like he has.
No, we know the rules of the world. You own your daughter until another man who's reasonable and you approve of takes her from you, and you say, "Hey, I'm okay with you taking her because you're of high caliber."
You're just,
and then he owns her.
Then he gives the family a dowry.
Yeah.
Or you give the family a dowry or whatever.
And then he now has the property. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
But that ain't what happened.
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
No. But yeah, I'm kind of glad you brought this up because this has obviously been going on a long time with her.
Britney's simped for fucking Federline.
This has been going on a long time, and her dad's a pile of shit. Okay,
he's probably not a very good guy.
He's not a very good guy. He's she's part of
he's
the
got her lined up.
Part of the conservatorship is that she has to keep an IUD in. It's really fucked up.
You can't have kids.
She's not allowed to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and he has a full time. It's not security. It's basically a nanny that follows her around.
Yeah, and he gets paid $16,000 a week.
Yeah.
But
you got to protect the investment.
The thing is that this girl, she had, after being, on camera and everything for her whole life, had a series of breakdowns during maybe 1 year, if that.
Yeah.
And small price to pay.
And this is what this is how he got. He's a piece of shit. I mean, she's a sweet girl. She's never been she's done nothing compared to what some of these other fucking girls have done.
Well, here's some of the claims that she's made. That she's not allowed to visit her friend or hire her own attorney.
Yeah.
Well, what have I told you about women and friends?
Yeah.
So
I'm your only friend.
You guys got to pitch this to me in a bad way.
Yeah.
You're trying to pitch me a problem.
Was forced to work grueling hours, sometimes 18 or 20 hours a day, against her will.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have will.
When she disobeyed, she was drugged.
Okay, that's a little too far. We're against drugs. Okay,
And was
Wrong.
ordered to keep a device in her uterus to prevent a pregnancy, even though she wants a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
It's and this happened after her mental breakdown of 2008.
Yeah. I mean, it's been 13 years, and I mean, you know, I just, yeah, I
No,
Dude,
Bob,
I genuinely
Bob, we're not going to
feel-
revisit that argument no more. Anymore.
hands down.
No.
Hands down. Yeah, we had this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already had that argument. 20 minutes of you guys yelling at each other.
Yeah, it
already
was
had
fun.
it.
It was fun. Yeah, like I've honestly for a long time, like, cause I always liked her. I always thought she was a pretty good kid, and
And a hot piece of ass.
well, she's hot, but she's always, you know, I never thought of her like a lot of the other ones, like, you know, she was just a sweet person. I always thought that of her.
Yeah, if you think about, like, I'll throw my character to the side for a second.
Yeah.
If you think about, like, all the pressures of fame and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no video of her yelling at it like a handler
Yeah,
or
no, never.
someone that's making her eggs, and
No, she never-
She doesn't. There's no stories of her requesting all green colored M&Ms or any of this bullshit. These other
The only thing you
people.
ever seen bad was when she had that breakdown and she shaved her head and she went after the cameras once.
Right. Yeah.
Other
Right.
than that.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's. I think what she's a victim of what many people are. They start out in the entertainment industry too young.
Yeah. Yep.
And they're mistreated, and then when they're of no use, they get discarded.
Well,
Yep.
this is
And
what
it's wrong.
This is what a professor of law said about this whole situation.
Mm.
I find it hard to understand how someone who was working as hard as she was, both entertaining and judging on the TV show, that she was capable of doing all those things. But according to this judge and her dad, who's a conservator, she's totally incapable of making any decisions for herself.
Right.
So she can do all this other stuff, but when it comes to her own personal well-being, she's not allowed to make any decisions.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you get me back.
That's when I go back into character and say,
well, you know.
well, you know.
They can't be making their own decisions,
Yeah,
as we
yeah.
know. As we know. So if you get a man in your life
She
that
got a man to do it. She got to have her daddy do it. That's plain and simple.
But yeah, that Federline's like the only guy ever to get rich off a woman.
Yeah.
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 That girl, Britney Spears is like, she's like the most awesome chick ever because she's got treated like a man by the system. Like she got treated like a man. Like,
I like
you're
that.
gonna give him money, you're gonna do this.
Bobby's
We're
all
gonna-
free Britney. Hell yeah. dude.
We're gonna treat you like shit. Like oh my god, they treated Britney like a man.
Yeah. I got
know,
I got her on my Instagram.
So I
and
got
I'm
nothing but
always-
respect for her.
I
Nothing.
read a lot of her stuff, and I always, you know,
She allowed to have an Instagram?
She's got one.
You sure isn't her dad just making you think she has
No,
one?
she's. This
Do
is,
they
no,
decree
'cause
that she's
It's her. It's her because she like, I mean, like when COVID hit, this poor girl was like stuck in her house by herself, like other than the nanny, and like I mean, she's just like in this fucking house by herself for like months, and then finally her boyfriend, when some of the restrictions were lifted, her boyfriend came to visit and then never left. They've been, you know, he's like, you know, a lot younger than her, but they're like into yoga and working out, and they do all these like videos together.
Well,
but
it's pretty bad when her ex, Kevin Federline, who things didn't end well between them. I don't know if you know that.
yeah,
I've not heard.
Is defending her. He's
Yeah.
like, it's like he straight up said it's bullshit the way she's being treated by him.
yeah, like I know that at first, like he was on the other side of it because he worried about his children and stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's probably been years. He's probably like, this is fucking stupid.
It's like
you know?
12 years of this shit, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's insane.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like,
But
Well,
she
I
can't
mean-
make her own decisions, but she can do a 4-year thing in Vegas, make $140 million.
Yeah.
But
Well,
she's good enough to do that, to do the work, but she's
you
not
get-
good enough to make her own decisions.
and Brittany, people can say what they want about her, like the years have gone by or whatever. She's always going to be like many people's pantheon of like,
Yeah.
dude, that's the chick.
Yeah.
It's Brittany,
Yeah.
right?
See, I never thought she was hot and then she turned 18. I was like, oh wait, she is hot now.
It's funny how that happened.
It was weird.
it was like it was all of a sudden she was really hot.
It was like,
yeah, when she was like 15 and that school girl up, no man, I didn't think she was hot at all. But when she turned 18, man.
Remember when she was on the MTV Awards, and it was like years that she'd been gone. She came back, and people were going on about like she gained some weight. And then she looked better than she ever had to me.
Smoking. Is that when she had the snake on her fucking around her neck?
Yeah, I'm like people were going on about like Britney's fat, this and that. And look, dude, I'm not trying to be the fucking Mr. Defender.
You're white knighting her.
But I'm talking about through my perspective as a guy that was old. I'm like, dude, I want her more than I ever have.
Yeah. I mean, she like I don't know. I just like even when she flipped out, I was like, that's really nothing. I mean,
no, it wasn't.
Look what she's gone through and look what she's dealt with in her life.
Hell is all leave Britney alone.
Yeah, I'm just leave Britney alone.
Leave Britney alone.
Yeah, dude, that you've seen the South Park episode, right? With Britney Spears, which is like headless, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that says it all, dude. Like, right there. That's exactly, it was like break into, like, real things and go, whoa, Britney watch, breaking news, Yeah, but
it's bad. The whole thing, the whole relationship, everything it's all just completely toxic.
Yeah. Well, like, mom and dad aren't even together anymore.
No, they haven't been in a while.
No. And I mean, you can't tell me that it didn't have partly.
Well, I keep on reading about it. Every time I read the stories, it's like Jamie Spears. I'm like, what the fuck does her sister have to do with this? And that's dad. Jamie Lynn is the sister.
Yeah, because isn't mom Lynn and dad Jamie?
Oh fuck, I didn't even realize.
Isn't it?
Yeah. But I keep on reading it. I'm like,
that's where they came up with the sister's stupid name.
Well, that's like what every time I read it, I'm thinking that they're talking about the fucking sister. And I'm like, wait, no, that's dad.
Oh, that's dad.
God, that shit's annoying. Mm-hmm. Don't do that shit to your kids.
Yeah,
don't.
Yeah, please don't.
Name your daughter Junior, basically.
What the hell are you gonna call her for short? You can't call her Jamie. You can't call her Lynn.
No.
What the fuck are you gonna call her?
JL.
JLS.
Call her number 2. She's second kid.
I couldn't call her number 2.
Yeah.
Come on, number 2.
Number 2, let's
go. I'm not number 2.
Number 2, and I'm not talking about number 2 in the
There's
toilet.
another South Park reference.
How many Kirks?
How many Kirks? The Easy Way.
The measure of shit is named after Katie Couric.
Yeah, the measure of shit is the size of your shit. It's weighed in Courics. Katie Courics.
Yeah, that's right, John. No, John.
Here's a very thoughtful comment from Warmonger himself.
Yeah,
I thought she went nuts due to being a celebrity, but she went nuts due to what's happening to her. Everyone made fun of her because of it. Now everyone learned a big lesson. Yeah, it's true.
It is. You're right. True. Yeah, it is. It's I mean, look. She was everywhere on everything, and she didn't have a minute to herself.
Nothing.
I mean, so. Oh no, she
Brian,
shouldn't snap. She makes all this money. Huh?
Brian, you got a 104 simping for Britney. That's our thing.
Yeah,
it's okay. I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah.
I think the thing we need to take away from this, guys. I know she has a boyfriend, but the thing we need to take away from this is, it should be easy to bang. She has daddy issues.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean when they have that, that's where we move in.
Time to move in. You guys, not me. I'm married.
You're married.
You guys can move in though. Daddy issues.
Yeah, I mean,
my dad beat me. Oh, really, sweetheart?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm nice.
Let me
to
protect
her.
you.
I don't know if she. I don't know if
you're
she.
a conservator. I'll conservators take care of you.
I don't know if she reads when I write something to her on Instagram, but
I'm sure she does.
I always post positives because she does. She posts positive stuff all the time.
Yeah.
She's trying to keep her mind straight, and keeping a positive attitude about everything.
I mean, it just must be driving her crazy. She just can't sleep.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Frank's like, that's terrible.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
All eyes on her in the center of the ring.
Sorry,
bitch.
Oh, man. All right, so
Leave
we're horrible.
Britney alone.
Leave Britney alone.
Okay, E Cook.
I do that all the
I'm
time.
married, and I would bang Britney Spears in front of my wife.
Sweet,
We all agree that Britney is right up there.
Yeah,
dude.
It's kind of like how the one guy they went on about it, Lady Stark. Lady Stark isn't the. It's just the thing. It's not so much the look. It's the thing.
yeah.
We all Britney is right up there.
Oh yeah.
Every one of us.
Hey, I mean, like, if you have her on Instagram, like, you could look at her videos. Dude, she does like all these insane exercises and stuff. She is like straight up in fantastic shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about that though.
Oh no.
Britney could be 250.
I want her. Yeah.
250.
Yep. You know what? I go back to like Anna Nicole Smith. Me and Bri, we loved her so much. We did not care that she put all that weight on, was doing that show and acting like an idiot.
Some people's spirit transcends the flesh.
That was where we came up with the Fottie, man. Fat Hottie. Was Anna Nicole, man.
The main thing
we
is
saw her acting all stupid on that show. I was like, that poor girl. I still want to fuck her.
Oh, dude, Anna Nicole Smith was banging.
Oh yeah.
The fucking
Yeah.
tit. Each tit was a basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, like think about there's a certain like one's like, oh, I'm so gross. Look at me now. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You look better than ever, baby.
Yeah.
You look better than ever.
Yeah.
Come get in the bed with Uncle Mike.
Some of them need to get a little bit more weight on them.
Yeah.
And Bob's like, Anna was hotter with the weight.
Well,
She was
basically, I just like one night, me and Bri were watching that show because we were kind of obsessed with it. We were watching it, and I was like, dude, she's probably so soft. He goes, and you know, Bri didn't really like big girls, you know,
No,
other than like when he went out with Irina, but other than that, he didn't really go out with like really big girls. And he was like, I go, dude, she looks so soft. He goes, oh yeah. I go, she's a Fottie. He goes, yeah, fat hottie.
Yeah. He doesn't like big girls.
The
And then
hottest chick ever.
Stacey Dash was hot.
Yeah.
Stacey Dash, yeah,
The hottest chick ever? I don't know.
A black girl with green eyes is always a good thing.
Yeah. I
Hey,
don't know if she was the.
She was really
Wow,
hot.
we received 100 messages today.
All right.
All right.
Let's celebrate.
Celebrate.
So I think it says to tweet it out or something.
Yeah, we're not gonna,
Let's-
we're not gonna.
why not?
Yeah, you just tweet
do
it.
We'll make people think we're better than we are.
Yeah.
What's
That's my
happening
law.
is
We're
look at
gonna-
us.
What's it called? Gaslighting?
Whoa.
Is that gaslighting?
It's linked to my Lord Despot shit, not
Shit.
my actually Earth.
But that's called gaslighting, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
So, anyways, okay. So if we're talking about Frank, is Stacey Gash is his hottest girl ever.
Yeah, Stacey Gash.
So I'm trying to think of like
She was very,
Oh yeah,
very
she was
hot.
good.
Yeah.
you know who I lost a lot of fluid to back in the day because like
Elizabeth Shue.
well, of course that goes without saying.
Yeah.
But when you get a little dirtier, not porn, but you get
Ah,
you go
okay.
dirtier and you circumnavigate
Yes.
because you don't quite. Porn is a little too far.
Yeah.
But mine was Angie Everhart.
Oh yeah.
Redhead was on all the Skinamax stuff.
Oh yeah.
Angie
But
Everhart
she started out like a supermodel though. before
dropping loads.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
she was a model.
Yeah. And then went to
Sports
yeah.
Illustrated
So
swimsuit.
Skinamax stuff came on. Like you had the B-rated martial arts films,
Yeah.
and then it switched to the B-rated like soft porn.
Man, she,
Yeah.
made one
She
with,
was always in it.
she
Well-
made one with David Caruso that was pretty raunchy, and I can't remember what it was
Well, before her was for me in the 80s was Shannon Tweed.
Yeah.
But Shannon Tweed,
Yeah.
Angie Everhart, Julia Swain, the tall dark-haired girl. Yeah. There was like there was like a
Who's
Mount
the other one? Landon something.
There's all
Blonde, big boobs.
the Skinamax stuff was great.
Yeah.
because it left something to the imagination. When you get the full open heart surgery pornography, it's too much.
like gaping and all.
Yeah, where they're all gaped out and there's like
Yeah, no,
fluid
yeah, it was
everywhere,
just, yeah.
squirting. You don't need all that. You need
The-
your imagination to
Then
work a little.
like I think it was was it mid 80s, maybe towards the late 80s was Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Oh, that's one of the best movies ever made.
Donna Spears and the other chick.
Not even just the TNA in it. The fucking movie itself is
Yeah.
fucking fantastic.
yeah, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Frank's right. Emmanuel
Emmanuel.
was
yeah.
always up there.
Yeah, Emmanuel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emmanuel is always up there.
Yeah.
Catherine from Vikings is the hot, but that's
Kath-
not Skinamax, Bob. That's modern, right?
Yeah, he's talking about back in the day, like when
Yeah, we're talking about like back in the day. Like none of these chicks had really like a lot of talent. They were just B movie.
He's not wrong. Catherine Winnick.
Oh,
is
I know.
super hot.
Oh, dude, she's totally hot.
She is.
She's like smoking hot.
Come
I
on,
know.
Shut up, Frank.
You shut your whore mouth.
You shut up.
Well, kick the fucking
What a
shit
fucking
out
asshole! You want to die?
Yeah. Don't tell my mom was hot. I don't want to hear it.
Shut up.
My mom is completely ugly. That's what
She's
I want
a
to hear.
beautiful person.
Yeah. It's about her soul.
God.
Yeah. It's about her soul, man.
Who else hot though? We already said Elizabeth Spooge. Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many.
Oh, back then? Oh, dude, I could go through lists upon lists upon lists of them probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Jennifer Connelly.
No, she was not it. Frank, shut up.
Actually, Frank, she wasn't, because George Vasquez's mom
Ooh,
was
yeah.
super hot.
God, she must have been like
And she had
17 when he
she
was
had
born.
that Latin flavor.
Thick ass.
George Vasquez, the only Mexican we went to school with.
Remember him.
His mom was like 15 when she had him, so she was only like,
there was this
she was
dude.
only like 29 when we first met her.
There was this kid that
Fucking
I
hot
went
as
to.
fuck.
There's this kid I went to. This kid John. I went to school. He went to 7th and 8th grade with me, but his mom, like when we were like 13 when I met her, and she was like, she had her 27th birthday.
Oh my
That's
God.
how I met her.
Oh,
and
dude,
she was smoking hot, man.
E. Cook, got to tell you a story. You said Elvira.
Elvira.
So I went to a Halloween party dressed as a Roman gladiator.
Yeah.
And there was a woman with huge tits dressed as Elvira. Ooh. And she walks up to me, she's like, I like gladiators. And she was dressed as Elvira, which is a big kink for all of us. So I was on her all night. And I don't often brag about anything decent that's ever happened to me. That was a nice night.
Yeah.
I had a great night that night. I'll tell you that right now.
Bob's got a good one.
Vanity.
Vanity was hot.
Hell
I fucked Elvira.
Vanity. She's hot.
Yeah, I remember you fucked Elvira. Yeah, not the actual Elvira.
No, not the model, but
Vanity, the actress, singer lady from
Yes.
Last Dragon was hot.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
good looking.
Yes.
Vanity, dude, if you were into that whole hot thing,
The whole
Yeah, if you
hot-
were into the whole exotic hot
yeah.
thing, then yeah. But if you weren't,
If you're not into attractive woman, that she's not really what your thing.
yeah.
she was good looking. She did a lot of drugs.
Don't care.
Who cares?
Remember what was the next one she was in? She was in more.
Action Jackson.
Yeah, and she was like hot, but you could tell like
I
drugs had kicked in.
And then the next thing she was in was Rehab.
She probably was. But she was in Action Jackson, and she still looked good, but you could see like in her face, like, oh, drugs.
Yeah.
It's starting. And it was.
Yeah, just think of like the old school like hot chicks. Man, there were so many.
Oh God.
You can't
Totally.
you can't possibly
no,
put it all
I mean,
on one
you know,
list,
and-
right?
No.
There's if I'm not prepared because there's probably so many I'm forgetting. In my I've talked about Jennifer Connelly before. I love Jennifer Connelly.
Should you tell the story with the Vasquez house with the parents porn? Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, why don't you type that story for us?
I'll just call.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we won't say the name of the family again.
You know what? We should with Vanity. We should do a little bit of respect because she is deceased.
She is.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, I didn't forget.
All right, let's Frank tell this story real quick. You want her to tell the story, you're not answering the phone.
Nikki Sixx banged that shit too.
Franklin.
My bad, I hit the hang up button.
Oh, I don't blame you at all.
Okay,
so you want to tell the story of the we don't say the family's name again, but the Mexican American friend that we all had.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he was talking about it the whole time.
Okay. All right. What?
I know.
Bob, would you like the phone? Would you like to talk?
Do you want to tell a story for him?
I'm not even really.
So, and they're gonna argue the whole time.
So
Yeah, so this is never going to get anywhere because they're just going to fucking yell and scream over each other, right?
Sorry, Al.
I wouldn't say that.
He said, "Sorry, Al. Sorry." We love you, Robert. We love you, brother.
Yeah, we love you, brother.
Frank, tell the story. I want to hear it.
Tell the story.
I used to hang out there quite often, right? We'd go after school and hang bullshit around, whatever. So one day we're there and parents are gone, and so George's like, "Hey, let's go hang out up here." I'm like, "Okay, let's go hang out in the parents' room," because it was upstairs. It was a tri-level. So we're up there hanging out, doing all kinds of cool shit. So he goes, "Hey, look at my parents got the porn collection." I'm like, "Oh, sweet, let's check it out." Well, the fetish they had was rather strange. It was all about the fattest people ever. They had a video called "Too Fat to Fuck."
Did they have any Big Bad Bertha?
I'm sure it was in that.
Too fat to fuck.
We're talking Reynolds level porn collection.
No way.
Wow.
Actual Reynolds level?
Wow.
Well, actually, nobody's Reynolds level, but it was a lot.
Okay.
But I was shocked because my buddy I was hanging out with, apparently he thought this was how you do porn, was
Yeah.
that style of porn. But I swear to God, it was very shocking to be like, I thought we're looking at porn. What the fuck is this?
That's weird because George's family, the parents, they were very thin.
Yeah.
His mother was attractive as hell.
She was thick in all the right places.
I know, and for some reason, their get off was like huge fucking porn.
Oh.
Maybe that's why they moved to America. They immigrated here. We want big people, right?
They had to. They were up to something.
We're like well-fed. Like we like well-fed people to do our porn.
They're attractive to really fat white people.
Or, hear me out. Just hear me out.
Oh.
Maybe they were like from dusk till dawn. They were Mexican vampires and stuff. They wanted to eat, suck big fat people because they get more. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That could
Vampires it's like blood.
Yeah.
Not fat.
Well, I mean, think about it.
Well,
If
okay,
you're
like
drinking blood,
maybe it was like vampire. Maybe they were like a vampire type that like sucks the fat from you.
well, I mean, what about the blood? Blood might have like
Yeah.
grease and stuff in it. You want some flavor?
Yeah, right.
It's got like bacon.
Oh yeah,
bacon
dude.
grease
It's
in their blood.
probably really delicious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All the
all the cholesterol and sodium and stuff in
the
it.
marinade.
Oh,
The
dude,
marinade.
it's probably yeah.
I cannot argue with that point.
Dude, they probably got like delicious marrow.
Oh,
Go ahead, Frank. What'd you say?
I can't disagree with that. I love marbling in my steak.
Yep. See?
Yeah. The fat gives the flavor.
Fat is flavor.
Welcome to Flavor Country.
Welcome to. Oh yeah.
The story is, I never imagined in a million years that's the porn collection I'm going to see. And he was like, "You watch him?" I'm like, "Yeah, put it on. Let's go."
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I'm a teenager, so it don't really matter. Any porn's porn.
I got to see what this is about right now. But I mean that happened. It was something. It was utterly shocking because it's something you don't expect.
That's crazy.
Well, when we were kids, they seemed like, oh god, these people are so morbidly obese, but they're probably like thinner than we are now.
Yeah.
Just seeing some.
Yeah, hey, I love fat girls.
Hey, who doesn't? Who doesn't? I do too.
Bob, you said guys wrong.
Gay.
Yeah.
I just called you gay, haha, on the air.
Gay.
You can't have that back. You totally lost.
Gay.
Now, Frank, I appreciate your buddy shouting us out. You're the Destiny streamer. How does he say his name?
It's Shaguar.
Shaguar, like Jaguar, but Shag.
That's sweet.
His
Jaguar.
name came from the Austin Power movies. That his car was the Shaguar.
Yeah, that's right.
Right on.
That's right.
So he named himself after the Shaguar.
He has a very East Coast accent, though.
Well, he's from Jersey, so.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I knew that. He's like, hey, Jersey,
Ew.
bro.
I
Sorry.
always fuck with him about that.
Yeah, the ass crack of America.
As we sit here from Detroit, yeah, you're from a scummy place, man.
I know. That's why I do it on the same level.
Yeah.
Well, look, Detroit may be the armpit, but Jersey's the ass crack.
Ohio's the armpit.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just like outside the armpit, and Jersey's the ass crack.
Yeah, we're a lymph node of the armpit.
And like the upper peninsula is like the earlobe.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is he saying? Hand him the phone, let him talk, because I know he can't take it.
You're 100% hacked.
Just give him the phone, because I know he can't take it. Just let him. We know him.
It's making him crazy.
He's like, how fast is he pacing around behind you?
Just let him know that he's gonna be talking to the whole world.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hi, Bob.
Hey, Al. I was listening to our last podcast when I was in the gym, and I really didn't because obviously I was under the influence.
Jim's a fat guy you like.
Anyways, obviously I was really under the influence when it came to drinking, but I didn't really understand how bad I cut you and Mike off constantly.
That's all right.
Oh, I barely noticed. What are you talking about?
We hardly noticed at all.
No, I did. I'm like, dude, I just like every time these guys went to talk, I just kept fucking.
No.
No.
Hey, Mike.
I'll have to listen back.
I'm gonna.
I talked to Michael, and he was my old roommate. He was Gun 5. He would like to join the podcast one day. Just let you know.
All right, we'll call him. Yeah. We'll call him absolutely.
Yeah, he was actually my roommate there, and he's got really cool.
So don't talk over Michelson. Let him talk too.
You know what? I just gotta talk about myself, right?
We're just busting your balls.
Yeah, Bob. But we can't make every show about you. But
no,
we'll try a few.
I was saying I was just excited that I haven't talked to my old lieutenant in a long time, and
he was awesome, dude. He was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up in about 15 minutes. What are you guys doing?
Oh, we're smoking cigarettes, drinking Fireball,
watching Captain Kangaroo. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. It's a song.
Sweet.
Yeah, and talk about Britney Spears. She's hot as hell, and I feel bad for her.
She's still hot as hell. I watch her. I talk to her on Instagram. She doesn't talk back to me though, but as she shouldn't,
because it's her dad.
Al's a simp.
As she shouldn't talk back.
No, dude, don't worry about it, Bob. Just next time when I tell you to shut up, shut up.
He might sound mean when he's doing it, but that's part of the act.
He means it, yes.
But I was doing the whole shut up thing, and you didn't care. You're like, listen here, man. You're too big for me to rein in, like literally. So I just like, well, there's nothing I can do.
I think it's true that they think that shut up's going to work on you. He's getting frustrated. He won't shut up.
No, he won't. No.
I'm gonna have to say this is a good show today.
No, we had a great show today.
Yeah, all around.
So
we've had some really great shows lately. So
are you guys gonna be hanging out to? I'm going to assume you're gonna be hanging out to a later time tonight, perhaps,
like 12:30.
Wait, what'd you say?
You'll be hanging out later.
Yeah, we're gonna be here hanging out for a while.
I may come by. I don't know.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
Cool. All right.
As the kids say, we're chilling.
They still say chillaxing.
Is that?
We're about to watch some fat people porn.
Too fat.
Well, there
to
you
fuck.
go.
Was it too fat to fuck? Like the number 2, too fat to fuck?
I think it was 3. Al, why don't you come over and get lost in it? Literally.
Literally in the tree.
All right, guys, go get back to it. We'll be listening.
All right. Thanks for calling, brother.
Yeah,
you guys are hilarious.
All right, man.
All right,
Mike, I got to ask you about this.
What?
Was your total gym broke?
No,
you just got rid of it.
You got rid of it?
But before I pee, I'll tell you the funny story. But one of the reasons I had to make room for our studio.
Yeah.
It's not all going to fit in there anyway.
Right.
So I figured, like, look, dude, COVID restrict. I'll get a gym membership. This stuff's 3 or 4 years old because I got the total gym and the exercise bike. But the problem is when you fold the total gym up to put it under a bed.
Yeah.
There's there's a pin that you put in it that keeps it from opening and closing. Well, that pin is gone. So I folded it, and I heard a scrap collector because he's going to get the metal. I hope he doesn't get pinched because I got pinched moving it. And I hear,
oh, so was it like
he got injured?
I hear the guy that was the scrapper guy to take it, because when you go to pick, it seems like it's going to be stable, but it's not, and it tricks you. And I've been pinched by it many times going to put it like under my bed or move it or whatever, and I just hear.
So was it broken?
No, it wasn't broke.
It still worked.
It just when you fold it, it's supposed to stay still. But I lost
into a compact flat.
I wish I would have known you were getting rid of it.
I lost the pin that keeps it together.
Yeah.
So I just hear because I know it slams on your hand. And
I wish I would have known you were.
I was just dying laughing in my house. Because I knew it. Because I heard my cans moving around, like because he's grabbing it. You know, it was dark out, and I just hear the yell. I was like,
"That's great."
God.
Injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I would have known you were getting rid of it because I'm looking to get one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It had been shredded by her.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I mean, you had the pad. It worked, but it was fucked up.
Okay.
You know, and it was like, I hope. And
Didn't you used to have a Bowflex too?
Yeah. That one, the rods got bad, and
yeah, I remember. I remember Bowflex trying to sell you on the fact that they never wear out, and then people I kept hearing they were breaking on them and shit.
Well, if you get now, I bought the cheap one that lasted me about 2 years, and the rods went out. Now I had the good one that you pay a little more for that has like the more durable rods, and there was nothing wrong with that. But I needed to make room because Craig lived with me, and I just like I can't have this in the room I'm sleeping in. And I gave it to Kent, and Kent has it, and it's
still in perfect shape.
So, yeah.
Does he use it, or is he just hanging clothes on?
I don't know. He said it works fine.
Oh. Works fine for hanging clothes on.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a
no.
quick,
I'm gonna get one, but I don't want one all shredded anyway. So.
I'm gonna take a quick leak. If you guys have a cool story,
I'm gonna get into my new favorite thing.
Okay.
It's not my new favorite thing, but have you ever seen the classic film Days of Thunder?
Yes.
I know what you have because we talked about it earlier.
Well, we've all expressed our deep, deep, deep love for the movie.
I will
Days
start
of
off by
Thunder.
this because I think it's a fine film.
Yes.
And I like it. Even though I'm not a huge Tom Cruise fan, it seems like every time I see a Tom Cruise movie, I genuinely like his movies.
Yes.
It's just him, you know. But I showed it to the family, and none of them had ever seen it. And I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, it's going good. And by the end, none of them liked it. Surprised me.
Days of Thunder?
Didn't like it. The ladies didn't. I think Donovan was a little indifferent. He didn't really care. He didn't hate it. They like John C. Reilly in it because they're like,
yeah,
oh, John C. Reilly's in it. I'm like, yeah, but it's not like, you know, wacky John C. Reilly. It's just him being a Southern guy.
Yeah.
But they liked it. Robert Duvall's in it and is great in it, you know. But I don't think the family liked it too much. But I started reading some of the stuff about the movie.
Okay.
And it was they knew exactly when the movie was coming out. They planned it. They knew what it was coming out around the 4th of July because, you know, NASCAR, patriotism, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. That's what they're doing. They didn't start filming that shit till like January of 90.
Uh-huh.
And it was supposed to be done by like the end of March 90. And then it was supposed to come out 4th of July, which still gave them like almost 4 months for post-production and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a quick turnaround, but not that quick. They didn't wrap up till like Memorial Day. And then they still wanted to have it out by like 4th of July, or I think it was in July. It was like they basically had 6 weeks from the time they finished. So the two guys that made it, Simpson and Bruckheimer, you know what I mean, like CSI and shit like that.
Yeah.
The producers, Don Simpson, Jerry Bruckheimer, super production company guys. They were on set all the time, plus a director, whose name I can't think of right now. Oh, Tony Scott, who made like The Last Boy Scout and Top Gun, a few other things.
Right.
He directed all those movies. Those two, plus Tony Scott, plus the guy who wrote it, Robert Towne, who also wrote and produced like Chinatown and some classic films. Every single day when they were going to shoot scenes, they would argue so much that it would take they'd have 4 hours in between shots, which is like you're supposed to be doing like shot, changing up, shot.
Right.
They'd have 4 hours in between shots where they had people standing around doing nothing for 4 hours because like, no, the shot needs to be here, no, it needs to be there. 4 hours. The guys who worked on the movie said that when they were done, they had so much overtime pay from this film that they could have, when the film was done, they could have taken 4 months off, paid all their bills, and just vacationed on an island somewhere for 4 months.
Because they made so much money.
So much extra money. So it went over by budget by like $30 million. And
Wow.
They're like,
and that was 31 years ago.
31 years ago. It was
Yeah.
a $60 million movie 30 years ago.
Wow.
For car racing. So, I don't know which one, Bruckheimer or Simpson. One of them worked a lot, but the other one partied a lot. And I think it was Simpson because I think he's dead. He's the one who died.
And you learned all this in D.C.?
No, I learned all this watching Days of Thunder when I was reading some of the trivia and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So this is all history.
Technically, didn't we start the show like 15 minutes late?
We did.
That's what I thought.
Well, we got about another 15 minutes.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I got a couple of points about this. So, Simpson was the partier. He liked to do
cocaine.
That was the thing. Cocaine, lots of cocaine.
Cocaine.
They're like, so when they were making the movie, it's like, well, we gotta be able to work out. So they had the bottom part of the hotel was just like a storefront that was closed down. They took it, renovated it, made it a $500,000 gym that had a big, huge neon sign on the back wall that just said Days of Thunder. So everybody knew they were filming that movie right there. Okay? They worked out all the time. He had closets full of Versace and Armani dresses. So anytime he met a hot chick, he could give them clothes and stuff and like pick up on them.
Oh, yeah.
He had like a dress allowance he used.
Yeah, he'd be like, hey, baby, I got a Versace dress for you. Just come up to my room.
They started making the movie, and he decided he wanted to be in a movie. So
that was the Simpson guy?
Yeah. He's like, I want to be in the movie. So they came up with the character. He had the guy write. He's like, I just want to be in a movie a little bit. He's like, okay. So he just like, just give me some ideas, write some stuff down, and I'll try to put it in a movie. So he did. And he came back, and he added like 20 minutes of screen time for himself in this Tom Cruise movie.
No. Wow.
And the guy's like, oh, okay.
No ego there.
So, and he made himself a racer named Aldo Benedetti. That was his name. And they filmed all this stuff with him. And they said by the time they were done filming, they had 5 or 6 minutes of film time with them. And but because the editing process at the end took so long because it took so long to film, there's only one part where he's in it, and Cole comes back from his head injury and stuff, and he races Rowdy's car at Daytona because Rowdy can't because his melon's all messed up.
Yeah.
And they're talking to people, and all of a sudden they show this guy. He's like, it's like, I'm really glad he's back, and I'm glad he's not hurt anymore, but man, I really want to beat him. And that's all the parts they left of his in the movie. It was like one line. They're like, why don't you leave more of his stuff in there? It was like, I don't like to speak ill of the dead because this guy died like 12 years ago. But his acting was fucking atrocious. We couldn't leave it in. So they took it out. And then my very favorite part of this thing, there's a lot more stuff, but I don't want to take forever on this. My very favorite part is you guys have all seen the movie. Yeah. At the end, him and Russ Wheeler
race
coming down to the end of the Daytona. They're bumping, and it shows him going towards the line, and Cole just pulls it out, and he wins Daytona. It's over. Yeah, he's winning. Except here's the thing. You never see him cross the finish line because they were so fucked up doing their drugs and doing everything else and doing all this other stuff. They didn't realize till like 3 weeks after the movie was done filming, they never filmed him crossing the finish line at Daytona. They never actually filmed it. And they're like, we got to go back and do this. And the company's like,
fuck you. Fuck you.
Nope.
This movie's going out.
No, these guys are too cooked.
They didn't even film the finish of the big, huge finale race that they needed to film. That's how fucked up they were.
Like that was leading into how I wanted to end the show.
Yeah.
The guy that showed me Days of Thunder, my cousin Steve.
Yeah.
It's my dad's first cousin. When people pass away, you tend to make them like this is the greatest guy ever. He's so great. But Steve was legitimately the funniest fucking guy I ever met in my life.
He was seriously one of the funniest people I ever met in my life.
He was fucking hilarious. And we're gonna call Michael right now, who's never been on the show. I don't think he knows. I said, "Can you take a call?" He doesn't know he's gonna be on my show.
I want to say happy birthday to Angie real quick.
Happy birthday, Angie.
From Al.
That's from me.
Now we're gonna talk about dead people.
See if he takes the call. He may not. I don't blame him.
Come in.
Hey, Michael.
What's going on?
What's up, brother? You're live on my podcast.
Oh, I ain't scared.
No. So I wanted to end the show with because Brian's here. Remember Brian, right? My cousin.
No. No, yeah.
He doesn't remember you. Can you just
My
say
feelings were almost hurt for a second.
Brian's feelings. Can you hear him?
Yeah, some people it's just not that memorable.
That's you.
Damn
So,
it.
God, Michael, you fit right in on the show.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
We treat each other like complete shit and you come right in.
That was lovely, Michael.
I'm going home.
Well, if we didn't, then we wouldn't like you.
So we were talking about because Days of Thunder, the first time I watched it was with Steve. That's how we're gonna end the show. We're gonna end the show with talk about Steve, and he was a big gearhead. And we're talking about how people always go on this guy. Oh, he was so funny. He was hilarious. And when people pass away, you say it, but Steve was literally the most hilarious person I ever knew in my life. He was hilarious. And we'll tell a couple Steve stories real quick. And the funniest one, one of the funniest things with me when it was me and Kate brought her boyfriend up from Michigan, and we were down there in Kentucky, and we were because I was in astronomy and I was a smart person. I was like, oh, good, look, there's Venus, because you could see the stars down there because it's not in the city. And we were we brought out our binoculars and shit. Steve had real thick Coke bottle glasses. He's like, here, just use these. And he handed them right to me. You can see anything you want with these.
Well, another great story that killed you was the time, I forgot where we were sitting, but it was a full moon that night. And, we're sitting around that night, and he's like, well, I guess I better get in. And you may ask him, well, why? And he said, heck, I don't want to get moonburn.
Yeah, moonburn. That was fucking hilarious.
I don't want to get moonburn, and that's a lot worse than sunburn. That hurts.
Yeah.
I think you turn a certain shade of green.
Is he?
When you get moonburn, you turn green.
Yeah. Is he the only? I was telling them. I think he's the only guy from Pike County, Kentucky, that didn't like to fish. It's just him.
Right. No.
Maybe Morgan. Morgan.
There's a difference in catching fish and eating fish. He eats fish all day long.
Yeah.
He goes through the process of catching them.
He wasn't into it at all.
Yeah, it's the process that bothered him. Eating them didn't bother him at all.
No, not at all.
And then the other story that you love so much is, it was me, you, and Steve, somebody driving down the road. And his name was Ben Ball, the guy you're talking about.
Yeah.
And we passed him. He goes, well, there's old Slim, as we previously passed a 400-pound man.
Yeah. Yeah. This guy made Morgan look lean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was.
Yeah. He made Morgan look like Conor McGregor.
You made me. My drink went down.
He made Morgan look like a prize fighter, and there goes old Slim.
Yeah, there was some funny ones, man. Remember tell the one about the waitress. Whether
Oh yeah. We were eating. I forgot what restaurant it was or something. But we're eating, and we get our meals, and of course, we're glutting ourselves. We got to eat more than we can possibly eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just how you do it. If you're not miserable when you're done, it's not right.
Yep. No, exactly. Glucose crash needed.
Yeah, well, we get done, we're about to throw up, and we get done, and naturally mine always is, the waitress comes by and goes, you guys, so we're done, we're finished with everything. And so the waitress comes by and says, all right, you guys, you need a box. And Steve said, whew, shoo, I don't think I can box right now. I'm a little tired, but if you give me a minute, I might wrestle.
Yeah. Another thing, Steve was real big into like back in the territory days with wrestling. He would like argue with. He was a noted heckler. He heckled wrestlers.
Yeah.
He was known for
you see
that.
down here, we had a guy named Marlo Tackett down here, and he had his own place. And back in the day, I can't remember, the actual name of the wrestling company, but they would come to Marlo Tackett's down there, and the big attraction in them days was, the monster Randy Savage. So he'd heckle Randy Savage and all them other guys and stuff like that. And I don't even know if they could get one over on him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Steve was absolutely hilarious, and you guys remember the band Mike from Inflection, a muscular guy. I brought him down there. Do you Brian?
Yeah,
do you
I know.
remember? I don't want to say his last name. Mike, great guy, but Mike, nicest guy in the world. But Mike had he was all tatted up and had he was piercings everywhere in his nipples and everything, and he walks up to Steve. And he's like, I walked up to this guy in the glasses over there because Mike was an early bird. He would get up and he walked over to say hi to everybody before I even got up because we arrived. And he's like, and some big dude with glasses told me, he goes, you look like you fell in a tackle box, buddy.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, that was hilarious, man. But yeah, dude, I just wanted to end the show with stories about Steve and everything, man. And I'll let you get back.
I've got you on speaker phone now. Big Josh and Little Josh is here.
Oh, how's it going, brothers? Hey, man. I told the story. Big Josh is about 6'7". I don't want to say his weight because you don't say someone's weight without. But he's a very big guy. And then more
355.
6'5"? Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to hurt a lady's feelings. 355 and 3.5 inches. That's what I
got. so you're 355, and Morgan is 400, and you guys slept on my fucking
these couches.
This couch bed. So Big Josh and Morgan on one couch bed, and that thing is still existing.
Jeez, that's a lot.
Right. Hey, I got you very good quality. I got you one more good restaurant story with Steve here.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you guys got to get off, you got to get off.
No, we're good.
Tell it. We're not in a hurry.
I was there at this present time, but we were in there, and the waitress come over, and she was in the process. Somebody asked her about the turkey breast they had there and stuff. And so she was explaining about the turkey breast and stuff. But at the same time, she was trying to explain about gift cards as well. So she's mentioned the turkey breast, and she's also mentioned the gift card that you can get. Okay. Well, then somebody chimes in and says, well, how big is it? Talking about the turkey breast. At the same time, they're talking about the gift card. And they're like, oh, well, it's about 3 or 4 pounds. And Steve said, well, that's a big-ass gift card, but I guess I can get it in my wallet.
Yeah, the thing about Steve, like if I did a transcript of his stuff, it wouldn't seem as epic as what Steve had was timing.
His delivery.
If you said something, Steve's reaction was like that, and it was great.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
I'm good. My timing is good and stuff. I can never be like that, but I'll tell you one that I got him on one here. I don't know if you're familiar, if you know Mom's sister, Mom's from Phelps. And Mom's sister's name's Willa. I don't know if you ever heard him talk about him.
Yeah, I know. I've met Willa, yeah.
Right. So, one day, Willa's had bad teeth problems, and she had to get all her teeth pulled and get false teeth. And one time we were under the shed out here, under the carport out here, and Mom was on the phone, and Mom talks loud. And this was the best one I ever got on Steve, and the loudest I ever heard him laugh at me, and I was really proud. But that day, she went and got her false teeth. Willa's got a big family, got a bunch of kids, and got everybody over there at Phelps. And I heard Mom say, well, Willa, did everybody like your teeth? And as soon as she said that, I said, yeah, everybody tried them on. And I thought he was going to die.
I would have lost it for sure.
Yeah, I said, everybody popped them in. kids and everything. I said, so that was about the best one I ever got him on there.
That was hilarious.
That was really
Other
good.
than that, or the shirt I got him on one time. There's a guy he worked with. His name's Oatmeal. You would have to meet him. If you come down, Mike, I'll tell you the story about Oatmeal. But Oatmeal is probably about 4'10" and pushing 280. And Oatmeal had his hamburger meat hanging out, his chest hair. And I said, I see, Oatmeal, you've got a Fascinate shirt. He goes, Fascinate shirt? I was like, yeah, because it's only got 9 buttons, but you can only fasten 8. And he like a died on it. But I'll tell you those stories later. But yeah, Steve's timing was
impeccable.
Can't much compete with, and it's like you told me earlier when we were talking before you started the show. Everything we do now is just a shadow of him.
No, yeah, I talk about. I've told people, like, if you think, I told people like at work and everything, if you think I'm good, you ought to meet my my cousin in Kentucky, because they think I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like, no, I'm like, dude, you have no idea the guy that I learned my craft from.
Right. And I take stuff from him all the time. I went from mining company to working at Napa Auto Parts store, managing Napa Auto Parts store. And when people come in and ask for parts, radiator caps come in poundage. That's how you rate radiator caps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't help myself one day. A customer comes in. I'm not at the counter, but he comes in and says, I need a 16-pound radiator cap. And I was just walking by and I said, well, that's a big ass radiator cap, but I see what I got back here. So, the guy didn't know me from Adam,
Yeah.
But I just couldn't resist that.
No.
So, everything you just adapt from him. So we're going to miss him.
Yeah, I'm going to miss him for sure, man.
Yeah.
But, Michael, thanks for taking the call. We're going to miss Steve, and I'm going to end the show because he was a big Andy Griffith fan. We're going to close out with the Andy Griffith theme, but the theme song. And thank you for and I'm going to try to get down there, man. I'm going to try to get down there.
And when you get down here, I'll do a full show. So
yeah, absolutely.
Down here,
I'm going to bring my portable equipment.
I think I'll get Big and on, and whoever else is with us on there too. So we'll have a full catch up. So
sweet. All right, I'll bring the equipment down there, and hey, man, I miss you, and I can't wait to see you soon.
Glad you called me, man. I love all you guys. It's been too long. You need to get down here. No more talking. Get it done.
I'll get down there. All right,
man.
I love you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, bye.
See you, man.
All right, we're Radio Underground, and this is going to be for my cousin Steve, who passed away, and we do miss him. Brian and Alan, I don't tell you guys this enough, and it's not just because I'm drunk, feeling bad, but I love you guys, and thank you for helping me out with the show. And we never know when someone's going to go.
That's right.
It could be me, it could be you, it could be anybody, and
yep.
You can't take that for granted.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's true. Yep.
There's a lot of people that aren't here. And
before you start that, I just want to say one thing. I lost a coworker, Frank Monaco. He was an awesome guy. Worked there for a long time. He's my age. Battled cancer for a year. I didn't get to know him for very long. I only knew him a couple of years, but my life's a lot better for knowing him. And rest in peace, brother.
So Frank, cousin Steve, we love you. Thank you for being part of our lives. And I know it's cliche, and we all do this. Like, you never know, but you literally, guys, you never fucking know.
No, and when you know a really good person, it's to me, it's not cliche when you know somebody that's truly a good person that, and to see them go, sooner than they should have.
Yeah.
So.
And with Frank, like you said, you got to see him every day. But with Steve, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Since you've seen him, so don't waste your time. Just see the people.
Yeah. Right.
And I told my cousin, like, I'll get down there eventually. No, I'm gonna go down there.
Don't procrastinate. Just do it.
But I got to show you the equipment so you can do the show up here, because I'm gonna take the temporary stuff down there.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right, guys.
Road trip. Let's all go.
Radio Underground.
Yeah, we could all go.
We can all go. Why
Yeah.
not?
All right.
All right. Andy Griffith, this is for cousin Steve, the funniest guy I ever knew in my fucking life.